Welcome back to another edition of Stinky Pants and Poopy Pants
Oh, I'm definitely poopy pants today.
on a lovely
How's my noise going? Hang on, one sec.
Tuesday evening, February 7th, 2023. Unless you're in Australia and it's February Ocho 2023, the year of our Lord and Savior, cheeseburgers. Humburgers and cheeseburgers. Who's in the chat today? Okay, we'll get our shout outs to everybody in the chat today. Oh my god, we already have deleted comments. Oh my god, we have deleted comments. Too much insanity in the chat already. We have got to, first person to mention in the chat is Replay Team 6. If you're here on the replay and you're part of Replay Team 6, you got to go into the comments, not just the live chat. You have to go into the comment section and leave a comment on the video. Then you got to hit like. Then you got to hit subscribe. Then you got to donate to charity. Okay? No specific amount. Just donate to charity. Just do it. It's a good thing. It's the right thing to do. So do it. Yeah. And we shall run through the names here as rapid fire as possible. Mark Sterlson, Skydancer, BJ Palmer, Only Oscars, GRB Aquatics, Nathan Harvey, Huawei. What happened? What? Hello?
I should get a transcript of your introductory speech there. That was ideal and perfect.
You got to do it. Replay Team 6 gets precedence over everyone. You can't even be alive.
Through. It doesn't sound anywhere near as professional as that job you just did.
You can't just be a live chatter. You got to be a Replay Team Sixer.
You can be both.
It's, well, first and foremost, you're not going to get a badge to just be a live chatter, okay? There's not going to be a prestigious award if you're just a live chatter. Right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Prestigious award. Associating some kind of prestigious award with us is a little bit erroneous, perhaps, but I like that the word came to the forefront of your mind. Oh, I've only just noticed you've got like scratches and shit all over your forehead. What's going on there?
Yeah, what happened to you? Are you okay? Did you survive? Construction attacked me in the face. A board came down and it bonked me in the forehead.
Yeah, right.
And I had a big bump on my head, and then it's still like bruised, but it's like a face bruise, you know. It doesn't show up like a leg bruise, you know.
Yeah, not enough muscle.
But, just some cuts and it'll heal. It's a whatever.
Right, you're speaking again.
I'm back. It's me, Solo, the Solo Crachola over here. I got to give shout outs to everyone. Okay, I'm scrolling back to the top of the chat. Amateur Aquatic Addiction is the first for me. I don't know who was actually first, but that's the first for me. James H., then Huawei, then Huawei, then Huawei. Quickly followed by Patty's Petite Tanks. Then Huawei, then Punchy Paint. Then Cat McKenzie comes in, sliding in. What was that, fourth? Are you fifth? Sliding in fifth into the chat, which is smart. I already said Mark Sterlson's name, so I'm going to say it 3 more times. Mark Sterlson. And if you are conjured, nope, didn't work. I tried it. I was hoping you'd be conjured up, and then we could high five and do calisthenics together. Skydancer, I forgot. Dr. Black 66 is in the chat. What a cutie patootie. His name's bright yellow. I think that means something, but who knows? Kiwi Mamo, I forgot to say hi, and Grasshopper was timed out by Huawei for saying hello. But you know how that goes. When you're in the lineage, you get timed out. I think that's how that works, right? If you have the right genetic makeup, you just automatically get timed out. Is that how that works? I think that's how that works. Hood's Fishies, I forgot to say hi to you. And GRB, I fumbled your name the first time, so I'm going to say it one more time. And BJ Palmer just arrived to say hi to everyone I just said hi to also, to make sure redundancy is handled. Only Oscars. Do you only keep Oscars? Is that the deal? That must be the deal. If you named your whole YouTube persona over that, it must be the case. My first live, I'm on from the get-go. Can't wait to see what we get into from Nathan Hovey. What are we going to get into? That, this is where you guys type things. You type words out and then we stumble over reading them with our eyeballs. And then we start to talk about stuff. Won't be in the chat the whole time as I'm doing tank maintenance and whatnot. I'm not doing any tank maintenance right now, so I'll be in the chat live. She's going well. Had her vet a couple weeks ago. Oh, who's that? Somebody's asking Kiwi Mamo about something. She's doing well. Had her vet a couple weeks ago just for checkup and annual jabs. Vet said she's no longer a puppy. She's all grown up now and an adult. Still a puppy to me, though. Well, you got so many years of zoomies. It sounds like with a dog, right? Is that a dog? I'm assuming it's a dog because you said puppy, right? I don't know. Contextual analysis via reading words. You have a couple years of the zoomies, so they definitely do the what you call it, puppy stuff for quite a while. You got a couple years of zoomies at least. Our dog here, Biddy Brown, just turned 13 years old. Apparently, it's Biddy Brown's birthday today. In the early February is Biddy Brown's birthday, and she's 13 apparently.
Why does early February seem like a strange time for dog to be born?
Seems like a weird time, but I don't know if I've ever really tracked dogs' birthdays. I don't know if it's anything I've ever tracked previous to now.
Anyway, that should be enough of the noise for a little while.
For the lawn mover?
Yeah, I asked him to do the back. He normally does the front first. I asked him to do the back first, but he wasn't quite done before I started. And then he had to do a little bit of whippersnipping as well.
Yeah, well, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, if you're getting paid, you better do a good job, right?
He decided to, because he's a large, tall Jamaican man, and there's a rather large paper wasp's nest hanging from the roof, and his head was a lot closer to it than mine. So I warned him about it, and I've been meaning to take it out at night time when all the wasps are at home, but he decided he wanted a can of fly spray and a cigarette lighter so he could do it, and he did it. Took him
during
out
the day, huh?
Yeah, because it's daytime. Then now we're still getting stragglers flying back and going, "Hey, where's my house gone? It's gone. Where is it? It's gone." So yeah, at least that's taken care of. But potentially added 3 more minutes to the lawn mowing when I could have done it later and got them all at once. But let's not be cranky about it. And hi everyone. Did you do the bucket of kudos? I heard you go through everyone's names.
I did. I didn't give a bucket of kudos because that's just not my style. I'm eating cookies during a live stream.
That's all right. That is your style. Amateur Aquatic Addiction. You get your first bucket of kudos, brother. First in. It might even be the first Australian bucket of kudos. The first bucket of kudos I'll be able to pop in the post without international shipping fees. And that makes me happy. And hello, everyone else. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you're all right. I'll just mute again. I'll be back. I mean, I'll still be here, but...
Punchy's asking about the scratches on my face, and it was asking if Olivia beat me up. And I wish that was the case because I'd probably have a really good story for you, but I don't. It's not a very interesting story. A board hit me in the face over the weekend while working on a project. Somebody asked me yesterday if it happened at the co-op, and the answer to that question was negative. Ghost Rider. I did not get hit in the face with a board at the co-op. Non-payroll work related, different work related. Oh, I'm not supposed to eat cookies when I'm the only one talking, right? Now, if you guys are wondering what I'm eating, Alyssa got me delicious Biscoff cookies for Christmas. They're my favorite little cookies. You normally get them on airplane rides. And I forget what airline gives out Biscoff cookies. It might be multiple of them now. But I think, was it Delta? Who gives out Biscoff cookies? Let me find out. Hot Airline gives out Biscoff cookies. Delta. Yep, Delta Airlines. This iconic flight snack has been around since the 1980s. It wasn't long before Delta would purpose brand the cookies to make them their own. We began serving Biscoff cookies stamped with the Delta logo in the late 1990s, says Mike Henney, managing director of onboard services for Delta Airlines. They've become iconic and one of our most popular snacks on board. We serve between 80 to 85 million Biscoff cookies a year, and we have lots of Delta flyers who are enthusiastic fans. I don't know if I'm an enthusiastic fan of the Biscoff cookie, but I don't know. Delta's a reasonable airline, but there's just not enough airlines anymore. There's not enough competition in the airlines, guys. So there's not a whole lot of incentive for them to up their game.
Is that the one that they mush up into that spread? Sandwich spread, the Biscoff biscuit? Isn't that the one they mulch up into a paste and you spread it on bread? Is that one?
I think they have it just sold in a jar. But they're good. They're like, you know what? I don't know what this flavor is supposed to be.
They kind of look like the Belvita or Belvita. Belvita? Either way. They're both spelt the same.
Yeah, they're like a molasses cookie.
Yeah, right. Tasty.
Mm-hmm. Ginger, cinnamon. Yeah.
G'day,
yeah,
Coro.
and they sell it as a butter. It's like peanut butter. It's like peanut butter, but it's Biscoff butter, and I bet it gives you like diabetes.
Yeah, I thought that was the one I was thinking of. G'day, Cody. G'day, Hoods Fishies. Joshua. Sorry I haven't said hello to everyone. Trash Cat, Triple A, Sterlo, Huawei, Punchy, GRB, BJ, Cat, Kiwi Marmo, Black Powder Aquatics. G'day, that's a new one. You can thank us later for taking your cherry today, Black Powder. Only Oscars. Fudgy Eye. Who else am I missing? Sky Dancer. Nathan Hovey. And I think I've got everyone now. If I didn't, then just rouse on me. Oh, of course, I forgot Grasshopper, but you say hi to Huawei in a strange, roundabout kind of way. You're saying hi to Grasshopper as well. Righto. Anyway. So, do you want to just say everything you said again, or is what you said not necessary for my earballs?
Oh, I was just saying, like, I got hit in the head with a board, and it's not exciting. It's not a good story. People were asking, Pam was asking if Olivia beat me up, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be a decent story if that was the case, but
be a better story at least.
And people were asking me yesterday if it happened at Aquarium Co-op, and the answer was no, it did not. Different job, guys.
Corey doesn't have the insurance for plank injuries to the head.
It's state mandated that you pay into L&I, labor and industries. So if you are injured on the job, you will get taken care of. But the downside to corporate interests, like similar to Aquarium Co-op, is that if you are injured in a negligent, found negligent, you get fined.
Those fines aren't cheap.
So, like, let's say you have 3 workers that all come in with the same type of injury, and then there's an L&I claim. It's like someone's coming by to take a look at your job site and see what the hell's going on over there. One place I worked for, they so one of our waitresses slipped and fell and hurt her knee. And it, the American health insurance or American healthcare system works so well. So basically, like, the first visit was like a $5,000 visit.
Sheesh.
And then so the L&I got claimed for that. They got billed for that. And then she had some like follow-up visits or whatever, and it's like people wonder why I get pissed at corporations, but this is a good example of the corporate guy said, you can't claim the follow-up visits on L&I. And she was like, of course I can. It's the same injury from work. And then he was like, well, you can't do that. You can't keep claiming these visits on L&I. And it's like, well, it's the law, so I can and I will. And so what they started to do is they started to take her shifts away and start to write her off the schedule. So then she was under full time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then because she was under full time, he was saying that, well, your L&I claim won't be valid anymore because you don't work enough hours. And she's like, I don't work enough hours because you're not giving me enough hours.
Because you're being a shifty bugger.
Right. And then, so actually L&I ended up showing up because she filed the complaint. And the fine was pretty significant. Like, the first fine was $5,000 for improper floor mats. And then I think it was a $5,000 fine for no signage. And then multiple other fines for like code of conduct and stuff. And then she got fired like 2 weeks later, strangely enough. And as far as I know, she like attempted to litigate, but I never heard anything of it after that. So I'm not sure if she like got a settlement or whatever. But yeah, it was crazy. But like that's American capitalism right there in a nutshell. Like, you get injured at work and then end up losing your job over it, right? So
yeah, why do these business owners got to be so shifty?
I don't know.
Because they just want to make money. They don't care. It's foolish humans.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is a bummer, but what are you gonna do?
G'day, Craig. G'day, Aquagarden Zen. Sure, there was another new one in there that I saw that I didn't say hi to. Hello. Oh, well. Hello, new person that has come in that I didn't say hi to. Hood's Fishies is, yeah, I think that's what his YouTube channel's called. Another Australian lad from the West Coast. Just, he's had a bit of a hiatus doing sporadic videos on the YouTube, so go and check his channel out.
Who?
Hood's Fishies. Now I've got to confirm and clarify what his YouTube channel is actually called. I'm pretty sure I know it's Hood's something or other. But, I'm really slack with my remembering people's channel names. Google. I mean, YouTube. Hood's Crikey. So many.
So many what?
Channels with hood in them. They just want to be a hood.
Coral
Crikey.
Works says, "Yep, we're all playing the game, and like I think it's scummy, but it's not like small business owners make the rules either. They're just playing the game for their benefit instead of the workers." So the problem with that is that yes, nobody makes the rules, but like L and I, for instance, we pay into on every check. It's one of the taxes that we pay, and it's a very small amount. I don't know. I would have to look at my paycheck to tell you how much it was, but I think it's like $23 every 2 weeks or something like that. It's not very much money, but everyone pays into it, and it's insurance that if you get injured at work. Now, the reason that guy was being such a dick about it is that there were so many locations, and that the more instances this was happening at all of the locations where somebody would fall, then they'd go to the ER, then they'd get charged. It would trigger the inspection, basically, is that somebody would show up and then fine them for not operating their business properly, right? Like if you've got wet floors and you know you've got wet floors, you've got to put something on it so people don't slip and fall down, right? Like, basic etiquette, right? Basic etiquette to be like, hey, I know there's moisture on this floor, and there always ends up being moisture on this floor, so I might as well, do something about that. And that was his reasoning behind it is that he didn't want them to go to all the locations and fine all of the locations, essentially, right? So, yeah, I mean, I can see where the guy's coming from. He's trying to protect the corporate interest or whatever, but like, it would have been much better, in my opinion, to just motivate and make sure that you fix all the other stores so that there's floor mats where you know that there's going to be wet stuff. And then if you do get an inspection, you don't get any fines, right? But then they ended up paying like a boatload of fines when they could have just got some floor mats, right?
Yeah.
And not started a big negative interaction with the people working there, right? That did get hurt. That got hurt on the job, right? And the big joke in the construction industry is like, if you fall off the roof, you're fired before you hit the ground. So it's a not my problem thing. That's like the big joke. Like boomers go around saying that crap. Those Gen X guys that are super tough and about to die very, very soon, right? Those are the guys that will fire you before you hit the ground. And it's like, why didn't you have harnesses and have people roped off properly? Like, but it falls on the worker, right? It falls on the worker. It's the worker's fault, that an accident happened, right?
Nice one, Sterlo. Sterlo, subscribe to Hoods. Viking Warrior, hello to you. Soup King, g'day, mate. And
Coral Works. Actually, Coral Works says, but that would be the smart thing to do that requires foresight instead of just reactions. But actually, the reaction would be people are falling down. We need to get floor mats, right? You wouldn't even have to there's no preemptive thought there. It's just like, oh, somebody fell down and got hurt. Why did they fall down and get hurt? Oh, because we probably need floor mats. Okay, let's buy some floor mats. Yeah. It actually still wouldn't even have to be forethought. It's just literally reaction thought.
They're being curative instead of preventative. G'day, Z-Beam.
Hello. I just came on quickly to say fish.
Fish. Oh, you're eating. It's what's for dinner.
Yeah, for lunch.
And sharing the shopping space with the local wildlife, eh?
Yeah. Seagulls managed to get inside. He was hungry for a feed, so I better get eating. Otherwise, he's gonna
take it off you.
Yeah.
Where are you?
All right. Up at Tweedheads, just on a business trip. Yeah. I better go. I forgot my headphones, so probably a bit noisy and shit. See you guys.
Have fun. See you soon, man.
Bye.
Bloody seagull in the middle of the shop.
Yeah. There's just birds in there. That might be a health code violation, right?
Yeah, maybe. especially if they get, because they just get so brazen, the seagulls. They just don't, they get so used to humans that they'll just jump up on your table and share with you if you don't beat them away.
It's true. It's because people feed them. That's the
Yeah.
issue. Mark Sterlson says rats with wings. I believe rats with wings are pigeons.
Yeah, I call them both rats with wings. They're just a slightly different breed of rattus.
I feel like the gull is much bigger, much larger, though. It's more like
Yeah, slightly larger. Definitely
it's more
longer
like
legs.
it's like a raccoon with wings,
Yeah, righto.
Yeah. You don't have raccoons down there, do you?
No, I was just trying to think what our equivalent would be. Probably possums.
No, we have possums.
Yeah, but your possum's different to our possums. We did this discussion last week.
They're the same, but they just look different.
Yeah, and different, I don't know what you call it, different tendencies to the way they live their lives.
Well, wait, your possums just eat like bugs and stuff, right?
Fruits, bugs.
Yeah.
Anything they can get their hands on.
Yeah, that's what they do here. Mostly bugs because they're high in protein. And then there's like no fruit in the winter. So, yeah. But yeah, I believe they're the same. Or, hold on.
Well, I think in our possums down here, there's multiple different species, whereas you guys have just got the one. And I still think your possum is probably bigger than our biggest possum, which is the mountain brush-tail possum. I believe that's Australia's largest possum. And I still think your possum is bigger than our guy.
Yours eat mostly vegetation.
Yeah, fruits. Fruit's their biggest diet, but there's certainly ones that eat bugs.
But they are related. They're related, but what's the difference here? Where is it?
Yes, Coro, that is correct.
What?
North American possums are the only marsupial native to North America.
Yeah.
I have a strange feeling they're the... Oh, no, that's not true. I was going to say the only marsupial outside of Australia, but there is marsupials on namely the tree kangaroo in Southeast Asia, Papua New Guinea. Actually, I don't know if they're as far north as Southeast Asia, but Papua New Guinea definitely has tree kangaroos as well. But apart from that, I don't think there's marsupials far around the planet. Yeah, I'm New South Wales people, Craig. Where are you, brother? What part of state? Lemurs aren't marsupials. They're just primates. I think I'm fairly certain. Opossums eat the souls of the innocent. They certainly look like it. Tare, mate, you're not too far away from AAA.
Do your possums play dead? Do they do the play dead thing?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Okay.
I don't think so. Yeah, amateur aquatic addiction, or AAA as we like to call him, Craig. He's down Yamba way, I think, from memory.
Yeah, our possums have a high tolerance to snake venom.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, ours do. Not yours. Yours don't. Yours aren't.
No, they're quite.
So the
quite
big difference. So the big difference.
Nice.
I guess the big difference is appearance. Okay, and size. Ours are much larger. And ours are omnivorous. Yours are sometimes omnivorous, but not really. Mostly plants.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, most possums are fruits and vegetables sort of thing, and some other vegetation. And there's some species that definitely have insects and other things like that as part of their diet.
Mm-hmm.
Viking warrior. I haven't spoketh to Nath for a little while, but used to speak to him a fair amount. We have a bit of a what do you call it? A chat group where a few of us are in there and occasionally talk to one another in there. But yeah, I haven't spoke to Nath for a long time. Why? What?
Why were you all chatting all the time? What's the deal?
Oh, because
That all about?
we're all Australians and we're all YouTubers at the time, and
Mm-hmm.
we're maintaining this facade of shallow friendship and stuff in some
Synergy.
vain idea of support for one another and stuff.
Right. Shout
But
outs,
essentially,
collaborations.
we're all just as selfish as one another, and we don't really care. No, it's a very good group to have. Very good to have those kind of mates that you can just talk to about stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
Bitch about all the other people.
Right.
Whinge about our women and whatnot. Oh, she won't do this again. Oh, what am I going to do?
What are you gonna do?
Do
That's
that
the real
instead.
question.
Good
What
advice,
are you gonna
bro.
do? Huh?
I say, well, what am I going to do? And then old mate says, do that other thing, mate. Oh, champion advice. Thanks, bro. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Thanks for the help. Bloody Sheilas.
Bloody Sheilas. That sounds so funny coming out of an accent like yours.
Does it?
But it's true. Anyway, so what else is going on?
Oh man, I feel like I'm busy all the time, you know?
I have to Google that. Coro, what on earth is a flipper wearing yapok?
I don't know. I'll let you look that up. That sounds suspicious. Probably going to end up with some weird pornography or something.
Yes, I actually have seen them before. They're marsupial as well, are they? A water opossum. Actually, I think he came up one other time when we were talking about possums, but not just this time, not last week, like weeks and possibly months ago.
Oh yeah, those guys.
What a funky looking critter.
Yeah, they're weird.
They're definitely more resembling like maybe the brush-tail possums that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Shorter. Oh no. Well, one of them's got really short legs and then one of them's got really long legs. Flipper wearing because they're massive fingers. Those fingers look wild. That's probably unfair of me to be looking at pictures and talking about pictures that I'm not showing on screen. Sergey, hello. So yes, there is other marsupials around the planet.
Yeah. They're around doing stuff. Yeah, man. I don't know. I've just been like, I feel like every day is just full of stuff to do. It's just like, get up, do stuff. Get up, do stuff. That's what I've been. That's been my deal around here. No chill, bro. No chill.
Definitely been my day today. No chill until I sat down in front of this computer to do this.
Yeah. How's the fam?
Rough start to the morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd already been inside in the morning and fixed myself and my mum a coffee because mum's always up nice and early, but dad's not. He likes a bit of a lie-in.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished my coffee and was not able to hold off the bowel movement, which was impending on me. So I went and did my bowel movement and had a shower and whatnot, and then took my empty coffee cup back inside to wash up and whatnot. And as soon as I entered the house, my olfactory system was hit by very strong smells of poop. And my dad had pooped whilst in bed and hadn't realised that he'd pooped and couldn't even smell it. And that was about 40 minutes, 35 minutes before my mum's doctor's appointment that I had to get her down to.
Right.
So I had to, and he's immobile, so he basically needs to be popped onto his wheelie walker or carried wherever he needs to go. So yeah, basically I had to rush him into the shower, hose him down, like a criminal.
Yeah.
And then try and get some clothing on him. And then thank goodness my younger son was he came up and helped me out so he could sit with Dad while I took Mum down to a doctor's appointment and get Mum's stuff sorted out. And it's just been non-stop, go, go, go. Bring Mum home, go back downtown, get some food and things. And then, it's just stuff, constant stuff today. The cooler change has been nice today. It was a little bit cooler yesterday as well, Craig, after the last few days of ridiculousness. But
yeah, it's been wicked hot down there, huh?
Very warm.
We had all these crazy hailstorms today up here.
Haven't had a good hailstorm for a little while. A couple of months ago, we had like pea-sized hail. They're no fun, those ones. They don't damage anything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's sort of getting into that weather now where we generally expect a few hailstorms when it's nice and hot and humid and you get the big high storm clouds.
Mm-hmm.
There's certainly a lot of storm clouds rolling around at the moment. And I was actually expecting by the time we were kicking off that it'd be pissing down with rain and no one would be able to hear me for the banging on the roof. But
not yet.
Might be waiting. Not yet, yeah. It looks like, out that way there's still a bit of grey, but out that way it's pure blue and it's windy, which is good because there's quite a lot of bed linen on the clothesline that needs to dry before it gets dark so I can remake the bed. G'day, George.
Do you have a dryer or do you just close? Do you do everything on the line?
I prefer to do things on the line, especially in weather like this when it's nice and windy. But there is I don't know if you know what a Kylie is. It's like a absorbent mat to protect your mattress. That thing.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That thing takes a fair bit of time to dry. So quite often I'll finish it in the clothes dryer. But I think with this smashing wind and good strong sun, that'll be dry in no time.
Good.
Oh, can I what does everyone want a surprise? I've got a fun surprise for people.
Hey.
Boo.
Boo.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, that's a good point, please, Sterlo. UV kills germs. Sunlight kills germs. What time did your electricity come back?
I don't know because it was already back on by the time I got back up from the creek, and I'm not exactly sure what time that was. I do know that I was down there and I noticed that it was 1:30 and I still jumped in and had a swim, and then I think I walked up. But I lose track of time when I'm down there because I can just get sidetracked into, and it can feel like hours and hours have passed or no time at all. It's like this really weird feeling. And I look up and I'm like, I'm only like a few meters from where I was before. But I've just been off in my own little world, exploring all of the little micro worlds.
It seems such an odd concept, you getting sidetracked.
I know.
Hello, Linda. Another new name in today. It's fantastic. Say that again, sorry.
It would never happen to me. I'm like focused down the line.
Straight down the line.
Never just like go off in my own little world. Never ever. But yeah. It's so good.
Yeah, well, you found a turtle today, so that's always nice. Turtles are great fun.
Not only that, but I found a big turtle shell. I can't.
An empty one.
Yes, but well, Billy found it. But so I don't have it, but Loki's gonna bring it up for me. Because what happened was she was going along the bank and then she got really excited and she may have crunched it a little bit, but I heard her like going crunch at the side. There wasn't a turtle in it at the time, but she's like crunching at it. And I'm like, oh, what did you find? Is it a treat? Did you find something good? And, And so she like picked it up and like showed it to me what she had. And so then I asked her if she could just put it down and leave it there and come with me. And she like didn't want to, but she did. And so it felt too cruel to then go over there and pick it up and take it for myself. I felt like, so I know like where it is.
Yes, you're giving her the wrong message, mixed messages even.
Well, it's just that it's a big deal for a dog to give up something really wonderful that they found and enjoy. And I don't want her to feel like I'm taking things away.
Well, the weed whacker man is back. The return of the lawn service. The lawn trimmer man returned out of the blue.
Isn't that like a horror movie?
So you were down at the creek. What was going on down there? Just hanging out?
Yeah. So
swimming around, getting cooling off. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of that. I've been adventuring. So I did also find a live little baby turtle today, which was really cute. And I've been collecting lots of rocks.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard though, because what happens is I go down and I take my backpack and stuff with me, and I just start collecting rocks until my backpack is so heavy that I can't carry it anymore. And then I'm like, I better go home.
Start making some phone calls, calling for backup.
Yeah, well, I've made a little pile down at the bottom of the bank there of ones that I couldn't carry home. I'm like, it's too much. I'll never make it up the bank if I don't empty some out of my bag. But yeah.
You got to do it in shifts.
Yeah. But the problem is once I get down there, then I find more bits to bring up. So I can never bring up the pile. So the pile's just getting bigger.
You might need to set up a conveyor belt or a pulley system or something where you can drag a bucket up.
You know, a pulley system with a basket or something off the cliff bit would be probably a really good idea, because the cliff, like you can't really climb that one cliff bit, but it goes straight down and up. We could probably bring some bits like that, I think.
Yeah, you might have to get a wheelbarrow. I think that's what you're gonna have to invest.
That's not a bad idea.
Gravity might work against a wheelbarrow though, unless you're pulling it behind you as you come up the hill.
Yeah, but you know, you can get one of those ones that has the two wheels and the bucket and then like the handle, so you can pull it.
That's true. Yeah, you get the double wheel one, and you don't lose all your concrete when it tips over.
Or all of your creek stone.
Well, I've seen guys do that before, wheelbarrowing in mixed concrete, and then they go whoopsie daisy, and it just slops out on the ground, and you're like, you're gonna have fun over here for the next half hour. But sometimes you got to wonder if they do it on purpose so they don't have to wheelbarrow. You know, they're just over there cleaning up.
Yeah, I don't know. I think wheelbarrowing concrete is probably an easier job than on your hands and knees trying to scoop concrete back up from where it shouldn't be.
It's debatable.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on how wide the plank is. You have to negotiate the wheelbarrow along.
That's true.
And how, like, you know, thorough and fast you are at cleaning. Because I know some admittedly underage people who, when they have something to clean up, they can just like sit on the floor like next to it and just like move it around in like a pile, and they can spend a long time doing that and avoid the other productive work that's going on around them.
Yeah, kids are ridiculous, I gotta tell you.
It's creative. They're using the creative part of their mind as to how to get out of the other jobs.
It's true.
Sure.
It's true.
I mean, that's
It's a matter of creativity, right?
They have this really good thing of that you clean up Lego by making a new Lego machine.
Mhm.
So you have to like go around, and then each piece of Lego that you pick up, you have to work out how is it going to fit on your machine.
Oh, that's cool.
So then
That's
by
a good
the end of the task, there's a new creation. But the problem is the Lego that could have been scooped up in a few minutes is has just taken like an hour to clean up.
Yeah, that's true. It's a time issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have lots of those around here.
Yeah, my
I-
daughter keeps getting in trouble at air quote school. She's pre-kindergarten. She keeps getting in trouble. Yesterday, apparently, some young boy stole her toy, so apparently Olivia bit him in the back. Just like, I can laugh about it now, but doing dad
You
stuff,
can't
oh,
laugh at it when the preschool teacher is talking to you about it.
yeah, it's very
Then you
serious.
have to be very, very serious.
Yeah, biting is ridiculous, though. Like you got to nip that in the bud. No, we're not doing that. That's not happening. It's still funny though.
One of my kids was a biter in kindy or preschool, one of the two.
Mhm. It's the first time that she's like biting somebody that I know of, but
She's probably just realised that it has how effective a weapon it is.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah,
No,
she's of late been kicking and punching and stuff. It's like, cool it. Stop attacking people.
But to give you hope, my younger cousin was a biter, and he once bit me in the butt, like so bad. I couldn't even sit down for a while. I had the worst injury from that bum biting. And he's turned out to be actually a top-notch human being.
Yeah.
So,
No, I always have to remind Vicky of that stuff where she's like, "Oh my God, she told me that you're not the boss of me," and it's like, yeah, kids say that. They'll say crap. They'll say all sorts of crazy stuff. Like they're gonna throw things at people, and they're gonna have tantrums, and you just gotta ride it out.
Just got to be there, work them through it.
Yeah.
some of it went down in the wrong direction.
Well, wrong pipe.
Yeah, just a little bit of it, but enough.
I
felt it go, and I was like willing it to be okay.
I had a pie for lunch today, and I accidentally inhaled some of the pastry on the last bite of my pie. And yes, it took me ages to dislodge it.
Well, that can suck because then the coughing fit can make you dislodge the whole meal from your stomach.
True. That is definitely a thing that can happen in my body. And does.
Okay, I don't think I'm going to die from choking. But I am probably going to need a new drink.
It's always advisable.
Probably. And I don't know. I'm like really tempted to get some rocks and stuff, but I seem to remember that I can't show anything on the streams. Everything, pictures and rocks, and none of them show good.
Yeah, you've got to take photos of them and share your screen.
Well, that's right. We were practicing that last time. Can we how do I do it? Oh, because it has to be on my computer.
Yeah. Can't you airdrop it to your computer from your telephone? Airdrop's what Apple calls it, isn't it?
Yeah, but what I really need to do is put it like on my desktop. I can do these things, you know.
You have
And-
the skills and the educations.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can show. We can start with the turtle. What do you think?
Sure, that was a glorious photo.
Let's see.
As soon as I saw that photo, I wanted the turtle straight away.
It was very hard to not pick the turtle up, if I'm honest. I really, really wanted to pick it up, but I didn't. Just like I kind of really wanted to catch the catfish, but like I won't catch the catfish. I won't.
Did anyone see that a video that seemed to go a little bit viral last week of a large turtle somewhere in America? Could have been South America, but I'm guessing probably Florida, where a turtle was swimming along the water and it had a big pleco on its back, chewing away at all the algae on its back. That was cute, real cute.
I didn't see it.
You probably will now that you've said turtle out loud 7 times, roughly.
Probably. It's probably Florida if it's the big common plecos. They are loose in Florida, and it is a disaster.
Oh, and there was a picture that I saw yesterday. I think I even saved it. Let me see if I can find it. But I'll be in the same boat where showing stuff off my telephone doesn't work. But this guy's come out of the ground, still with all the earth attached to the top of his shell. So he looks like the great Atuan with the world on his back, except there's no elephants there.
Not quite, no, but
Different kind of turtle, I know. Oh, geez.
So which one am I looking for?
What about this guy? He's not coming up as beautifully as he is in real life either. Huge, big orb weaver spider. Almost white with red bits on his legs. Totally gorgeous. C23, how are you, dude? Good to see you.
Okay.
I'm super enjoying the regular C23 visits these days.
I'm just going to try and do this, but I should maybe, because it's not coming up on my desktop, but it's showing as saved as desktop, but I might not be synced properly, so I'm going to try and do that.
Oh, the one the one with the dirt on it, Coro. That's an old picture, is it?
Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Why?
All right, Aqua Gardens then. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.
Sometimes you got to go, you know. When you got to go, you got to go.
That's what they say.
Is that a different person to
Zen Ginger?
Yeah. Or Zen's pair of Zens.
I believe so. Because I believe when Zenny shows up, she's still the Zen Ginger. So do you remember, did you find it first and foremost, and do you remember how to present it?
Well, so the issue that I'm having at the moment is that my computer's going slow. I'm trying to go to like my Apple ID and just check the settings because I think it wasn't syncing properly or something before. When I signed in, it said something and I was like, oh, I won't need that, but I will if I want it to get this picture.
God damn it. Why is it when you hit a fly gently with the, look out, with the fly swatter, its guts seem to burst out the side, but you can whack one solid and they don't explode.
That's not my experience. So I can't tell you. Can you tell me why? Not like nothing's happening. I go to that one. Just really slow. Everything's going slow.
That's probably all it's based on, is just your computer's a slow processor.
Well, it is, but like that's not the whole thing. Right, so when I go to that, yeah, that's not synced it.
I hope Corvus is aware that his technology is failing him.
In what way is that? Sorry, I'm on other screens.
Oh, his camera seems to have failed and dropped him out.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah. So it's obviously only the camera because your microphone's still working.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why it suddenly decided to freak out.
You might have to switch it off and on again, mate.
do.
Well, do I? Why won't it open my thing up? It's really frustrating me.
Huh.
I just feel like I'm just sitting here.
I don't know. I killed it.
Nothing is happening.
Oh, there we go.
There he is.
I don't know what happened. Something went weird.
It certainly was a good time in the stream to reiterate the importance of Replay Team 6 and how much we care about Replay Team 6.
Well, yeah, you've definitely got to always remind Replay Team 6 to show up. Like, you got to show up, guys. What's the deal?
They've made it through the first hour.
Yeah, and if you're Replay Team 6, you should become a member, a YouTube channel member on my channel because it's not available on your channel. So,
Spread the love elsewhere. Although I will say that ever since I passed 760 subscribers last week, I'm now up to 767. It's been the most rapid increase in subscribers I've had for years. And I do believe I did put like 2 shorts up in the last 2 weeks or something. So there may be a little bit of an element of truth to the shorts, Bizzo.
Yeah, you got to upload content. Otherwise, the channel's not going to grow. I mean, the channel could grow if we had like Tom Cruise on here or something on the live stream because people would find it.
I was thinking about hitting him up.
I mean, if you got his number, give him a call,
I was just going to start dialing numbers and hope for the best.
WTF, Tommy? What's the deal?
Where you been?
Where you been at?
Gross. I
Gross. Gross.
go fill up my drink while instead of watching this thing not open up.
Okie jokes.
Okay.
We should have sorted that stuff out in the pre-production meeting.
What's that? Oh, calling Tom Cruise.
No, well, yeah, that and Scungy's technical issues and all that.
Oh, does she have them?
Oh, she's currently experiencing them. Trying to get a picture on the screen for us. And it is quite a lovely picture, so it's going to be worth it.
That's true.
Trying to think what else has been going on. Moved my chili bushes into the sun today because they've been underneath the orange tree and they're getting so tall now that they're tapping onto the orange tree and they're too shaded, getting too long and leggy. So I've put them in the sun.
You said they're tapping the orange tree. They're like reaching up and
yeah.
tapping.
They're yeah. So yeah, I've moved them into a sunnier spot, and I'll have to remember to water them each morning because it does get very warm where they are at the moment.
Your peppers are growing good.
Yeah, I'm still not 100% certain what sort of peppers they are, if you will. They were gifted to my parents from my nephew.
Mm-hmm.
G'day, Jay Oliver. Long time no see, mate. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm considering if I need to shut everything.
It is the universal fix for all problems. Its success is generally 98%.
Reckon I should?
Yeah, go on. It can't hurt. That's for sure.
It can only hurt all of you, not being able to see me for a few minutes.
As Huawei said, I think it's more lovely to get to look at Sarah. So Huawei will be dissatisfied for a minute or two while you do your restarting.
Good. Let's do it then. I'll
Righto.
be back. Let's hope.
Don't threaten us.
Gonna restart. Need to feed that laptop a little pond water or stream water, creek water.
Just a little bit of offness fixes everything. But yeah, guarantee it'll fix it. Sombra, how's it going, mate? I meant to message you this morning, Toddy, and ask you a question, but I got way too busy today to remember to do that until I just saw your name pop up now. And it's not a question. Oh, hello. Who was that on my face? He's back for more. What are you? Soldier fly. Oh, you don't sound like a soldier fly. You sound nasty. Lucky I missed him. I think it was a little wasp. Oh, sleepy cod. I didn't even know you had a tank going, mate. Are you familiar with the sleepy cod, Joel?
What's that?
Are you familiar with the sleepy cod?
Sleepy cod. I don't think so. Mm-mm.
Australian native freshwater cod.
Hmm.
Very interesting looking fish.
Oh, yeah. That's a goofy looking.
I don't know why they got their name. Maybe because they just waft around looking like they're asleep most of the time.
Oh, I've seen these. Where did I see these? I saw these in Europe somewhere.
Yeah, I think they're not they're not super rare in the hobby because they're one of those, interesting looking fish, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think always the uglier guys get a little bit of love in the hobby because people want something a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they're not the most exciting tank fish, but they're still very interesting looking. I think they're pretty lazy, sit around doing not much, hence the name. Sombra may have a different angle on that story. How exciting they are. Who else had one? I think Thirsty Rabbit had one for a little while. Maybe still has it. I haven't seen what's in his fish room for a while. Oh, aquaponics fish, GRB says the sleepy cod's popular for.
Not just for tilapia anymore, huh?
Mm.
Not just.
Yeah, well, tilapia are illegal down here, so most people go for perch varieties down here.
Yeah, that makes
Jade
sense.
perch is a popular one, or sooty grunters.
Yeah.
And they're good eating as well.
My favorite one I saw was they were doing giant koi in an aquaponics system. So they had like this. I don't know if you guys do. You guys have above ground pools out there? Like the poor people, they get the above ground pool. Basically, that size pool fed the aquaponics system. Although it's much more rugged than an outdoor pool, but similar. Round in shape. 5 feet tall, quite big around, and that's what was feeding into their aquaponics ponds.
Yeah, gotcha.
And the guy was, it really, he kind of elucidated to the like, well, we could do fish that you could eat. He was like, we're thinking about doing something like that in the future, but his point is that like it was more financially advantageous for them to grow the koi quite large, and then sell those, right? Because you're like, if you talk about growing a bunch of tilapia, you might have $1,000 worth of fillets after doing a bunch of work to fillet all those fish, fellatio fish, right? But he was like, but you could sell one of these fish for $1,000 euros, pretty easily. He's like, you could put up an ad for them, and people even come get them, So he was like, yeah, it was more financially successful for them to do the koi, because plus he was like, they don't really require a whole lot of maintenance once they're in the system because they're going to get plenty of food. They can grow as big as they want to grow. And he's like, we can always just feed the koi, and it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple process to feed, 20 large koi or however many were in there, versus feeding, 3,000 tilapia on the daily, right?
Yeah,
so
and you can use some of the proceeds from selling your koi to go and buy some tasty fish,
or just pay your rent.
To eat.
Or pay your rent for a place to live in.
brazen bugger.
Well, Sombra, I am a poor people, so I'm allowed to make fun of poor people because I am one of them. I am one of those poors. This is a work shirt.
Only the poors are allowed to look down their nose at the poors.
That's right.
Yeah, mangrove jack are a fun fish, but you need like a cubic meter minimum, so they got enough space to attack the surface and spill water out the edge and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But good fun fish. I had a mate with a massive one in his house, and I think his tank was at least a square meter. It was probably 4 feet square, more likely.
Yeah.
Big tank, big fish. Only fish in the tank, but geez, it was fun. Very vicious. G'day, Cam. How's it going? The fish room in the house. Check out Cam's channel on the YouTube.
On the YouTube.
He's a New Zealand man. Did we see you last week, Cam, to inquire if you were okay during the floods? I'd see that some of the New Zealand people came back this week, even though I may have made a crass too soon joke after the Auckland floods last week. Joel G might have been the main victim of that joke since he was in the area. Shit, I hope he didn't actually lose anyone, and I might have really hurt his feelings. Joel G, if you're out there, I'm sorry, man. Let me know. My mouth sometimes operates on its own.
What's going on with Joel G? What happened?
Oh no, Joel G's the only only one of our Kiwis that hasn't been in today, and he was the one that's in excuse me, in Auckland where the floods were, and I made a silly population joke about so anyway, I'm not going to repeat the joke now. It's too late. It's not too soon anymore. It's too late.
Him and the 3 other people.
Yeah, something like that.
Running away from the flood.
Ah, no, there he is. Excellent. I didn't offend him too bad.
Okay, good.
Phew. I couldn't handle it if I lost Joel G as a viewer. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, me neither.
Joel 2.0, as he used to get called, isn't it? What cheek do you have to offer me? No, you got your fair share of cheek last week, mate. I shall endeavour to give you a few weeks off.
I think last week he was reporting that he had to go save his car, right? He said he had to save his vehicle from the flood.
Yeah, his house was okay, but yeah, I think it was car. I'm sure Joel G will confirm or deny.
Or deny, yeah. It's true.
Seconds.
He could deny these allegations.
I don't have a car. What flooded car? You're making stuff up.
I don't have a car or a pool. I'm one of the poors. That's what
I don't even have an above ground pool.
I don't even have an above ground pool to flood. Yeah, I technically have. I am the owner of a hot tub, but we've never gone in it. It's a relic. It's a relic of a bygone age.
Are you going to turn it into your fish place for your aquaponics system?
No.
Are you going to ever use it as a hot tub?
See, I was convinced that I was going to call a hot tub company to come like rehab it, right? Like fix it up, clean it, get it ready, and then just use it while it's here, right? And then Vicky was like, that's a waste of money. We should just get rid of it. And I was like, well, that's a waste of money too, isn't it? So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do, but I wouldn't mind having a hot tub. I could go sit in it and be like, look at me. I'm in a hot tub. I'm not as cold as I was before. Now I'm hot in a hot tub, right? Yeah, I don't know.
They do have their merit, but you got to be a little bit worried about hotel hot tubs and rooms with a spa in their bathroom.
Yeah, that's true.
Even taking a bath without the jets on is a little bit frightful in those things. You got to wonder how often they actually give it a thorough cleaning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Auckland is supposed to be a bit windy later today or tomorrow. Cyclone warning. Yeah, never seems to just be one weather event that hits you. You get a couple. And Joel Chi says the car was fine, but then I reversed it into a pole at the weekend, so it needs to go to the shop. Huawei says that's irony, Joel. It is a little bit of irony.
Yeah, that's right. Joel G's on the insurance end of disappointing everybody. Sorry about your flood problems. We will not be covering the damages. Sorry. We are a company, not your friend.
Yeah, as long as you don't tell them that the car was forced into
Do
a
they
hole by the floodwater.
Do they go with the
Or
like?
maybe you should.
Do they go with the like Ben Shapiro style thought process of like, well, if you don't like that your house is flooded, just move. Just sell your house and move. Fucking guy.
That's life, says Joel. I crash it once every 2 years or so. I thought we were supposed to learn from our mistakes.
Yeah,
Or maybe you're crashing it a different way each time.
it's possible.
I expect that must be why we're having such windy conditions then, with if there's a cyclone out in the Tasman Sea.
A deep cyclone out there, huh?
Possibly.
Sarah's back.
I'm back.
The triumphant return.
And like, I'm maybe ready to try this thing out. I'm just going to first open up the file and see if I can see it and it's working.
All right.
All right, all right.
All right, all right, all right.
Where's Matthew McConaughey been?
Just being a rich guy. I think he's the new voice of the beef. It's what's for dinner. Like, I don't know if you guys ever heard those commercials, but there's like commercials for beef. I don't know if it's like Beef of Omaha or something. I don't know, like some beef company or
We
beef,
always get ads for beef from Omaha.
some beef coalition or something. I don't know. It's like the beef farmers of the world. Like, here's a commercial. Eat some cow. Anyhow, the voice is Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott of Roadhouse fame.
Lebowski fan.
You know, Roadhouse fame. You know, because he thought you'd be bigger, and then he gets stabbed in the heart, and he's dead. Anyhow, there was that guy's voice. Did the voices forever, and then all of a sudden, I think Matthew McConaughey does it now, and people are outraged because it's not like Sam Elliott's dead. You could still just have Sam Elliott do it.
His beef throne has been usurped.
He's like, it's beef. It's what's for dinner, you know, in his weird Sam Elliott voice. Like, you want to sit down and get some sarsaparilla, you know, and you're like, no, I don't want to have root beer right now. I'm good. Got some coffee or something? Root beer. What the?
Is root beer like ginger beer?
No, it's sarsaparilla.
No, root beer's like root beer.
Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's like a commercial dodgy sarsaparilla flavor, isn't it?
What's that?
Dr. Pepper. Isn't that a sarsaparilla?
No,
flavor?
Dr. Pepper's a totally different.
Yeah, right.
It's whatever chemicals make that flavor.
So, you guys drink ginger beer?
Do we drink ginger beer?
Hmm.
I mean, it exists. It's not something I would like buy at the store personally.
I'm under the impression that Bundaberg ginger beer from Australia is incredibly popular in the United States.
Like,
and
where?
Well known over there.
It's not well
So
known.
what is the root that sarsaparilla is made from? Because I like always thought, because like in American shows, they're always like having a root beer, and here lots of people would the same kind of way. So I always assumed that it was the same thing because ginger is a root.
Yeah, ginger's a root, but like sarsaparilla is like
berries.
Is it like a botanical or something?
So
Yeah,
why do
comes from
you call
berries.
sarsaparilla
Yeah.
root beer and not sarsaparilla?
Yeah, man, I don't know. There's a lot of stupid people on the planet. I don't know. I don't have a good explanation for the history of like
based on
root
the-
beer and sarsaparilla and stuff.
Based on the information that Google has provided me in front of my face, they actually do use the root. Sarsaparilla root is the flavor. But when you look at the picture of Jamaican sarsaparilla, the plant, they're showing a picture of the leaves and the berries, but maybe it is just the root they use for the drink flavour. For centuries, Indigenous people around the world used the root of the sarsaparilla plant for treating joint problems like ... I haven't clicked that one. That's as far as I've gone. So yeah, there you go. They do use the root and not the berries.
Yeah, so root beer itself does have sassafras in it, and sometimes sarsaparilla, but it's herbs, bark, spices, roots, and berries. So it, it's just carbonated sugar. That's why I don't drink it. Like, it's basically like, I mean, if you look at the ingredients, it's like the same as Coca-Cola or whatever with some herbs in it, and you're like, the problem with Coca-Cola isn't the brown flavor, it's all the sugar. It's just sugar water, So
I think
I don't drink it because I just feel like garbage afterwards, and I don't really particularly enjoy it that much.
I think Bundaberg, the company that makes the Bundaberg ginger beer, I believe they have a sarsaparilla as well.
Yeah,
I reckon. I was gonna say, and you've not tried it, Scungy. I reckon you'd probably enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't mind sarsaparilla. In the same sort of vein, I'm not really into sweet drinks. But I don't mind the flavor of sarsaparilla. I'm just, I'm grateful for the education, because all this time I thought root beer was ginger beer.
Yeah, right.
No, because ginger beer has like ginger root in it. It's like a spicier. It's like a spicier, fancier. What's that called? Ginger ale. Ginger ale. Yeah.
It's much nicer than ginger ale. Although when I was a kid, my mum worked for Paul Hogan, but she also worked for the Australian cricket team, and she, in her office, there was some things that were always supplied in huge quantities. One of those things was Winfield cigarettes, so there was always cartons and cartons of cigarettes in the cupboard. And the other thing that was in huge quantities was dry ginger ale. So as a little kid, I used to, and we weren't allowed. I wasn't allowed cordial or fizzy drink or anything. So I used to love slipping off with a few of those dry ginger ales out of the cupboard off to the beach, because where the office was like in Byron Bay, like way up this little hidden track with this little private beach and stuff. And it was really quite nice. I used to catch little sea snails and drink dry ginger ale and stuff.
Did you take packets of Winnie Blues as well?
Well, when I was a little bit older, I did. Yes.
Don't forget the Winnie Blues.
Yeah, it's just amazing to me now when I think like it was like just cartons and cartons and cartons of cigarettes, and there were so many. And when I started smoking at, not very old at school and stuff, I just had total free access to huge quantities of cigarettes.
That's pretty much everyone's motivation for getting sponsorships, is so they get cupboards and cupboards full of products that they can abuse.
Like free cigarettes and stuff.
So I've noticed that your screen sharing is functioning now, Scungy, which I'm guessing means that
we can give it a try, and I can try showing this turtle picture. And then if it all goes well, we can look at it in the future for sharing other things, maybe.
Sure. Yeah, we'll have to flesh it out in the pre-production meetings that we always have each week.
All of those meetings that we ever have.
Subjugate ourselves to. Let's try it. There we go. Sharing screen. That's a very busy wallpaper.
It's Moopan. You're sharing your entire screen. Does everyone see that? Because I can't. Maybe what I have to do, I don't know. Can you see the turtle? What can you see?
I'm still seeing we're all frozen on a screen with your wallpaper in the background. You might have to stop sharing and try again.
Well, maybe. Because it just says you're sharing your entire screen. And I now have like a frozen cranky face.
Yes, that's what I see. Frozen. cranky.
But okay, I can stop sharing. Okay, that's fine. Stop sharing. Now I've zoomed in on us really, really big. There's like some tap that I can do on my mouse that zooms everything in. Okay. But so what else do I do? Because I said share screen and it said you are sharing your entire screen.
Did you, when you brought up that, you clicked on the actual screen in that window that pops up
Well, like
to highlight it?
what I do is I go present. Okay, I click on that. And then it says either slides, video file, or share screen. So I said share screen. It says screen sharing is easiest with 2 monitors. It works best on a good computer. Use Chrome if you'd like to share audio with your screen. Share screen. So I said yes, share the screen. And then it says allow StreamYard to see your screen. And it says select window or screen. So I go down and it says I can either show StreamYard, preview, or entire screen. Well, let's just go preview because that's, I think, where the turtle is. Want to try that instead? Because I just went entire screen.
That's what I would have done too, but if that didn't work, let's go with your preview option.
Okay, so I've said that. I said, yes, you can see preview. Can you see it?
Not yet.
And it's not showing up down the bottom like it did with the other one, is it? Yeah, this is fun for everyone.
But once we iron the wrinkles out, it'll be so much smoother next time.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen to see if this continues. Okay, and again,
are you using Chrome?
No, I'm using Firefox.
Yeah, right. That's probably why.
Why it's stuffing up.
Yeah.
You think it can only?
Well, it did make a mention that to use Chrome to make it work. Oh no, it only said you need to use Chrome if you need audio as well, didn't it? Yeah. Gotcha.
So if I go back to share screen again, just one more time, and I go entire screen.
Yeah, mine does That looks better.
Does it?
No, we're still frozen. Maybe you need to get your turtle picture on the screen. Oh no, because then your bloody shit's in
I can't because once I click something because it's behind. I'm like, I've got it on the screen now.
I've just had a fancy idea.
Yeah, go on. What's that?
Well, I also happen to have a copy of the photo.
Oh yeah, but it's the shit copy, isn't it?
It will be a little bit poorer than the one you will have. Just got to clarify that. Right. Now, let me go back here. I can remove that one. I will go to here, share screen. Click that one, share, pop her up. And there it is. Is it though?
Oh, there it is.
Look at the little baby. Now I can't see the chat or anything, so I don't know what people are saying.
Let's see. Like none of them care about.
And there is like a 10 to 15 second delay.
Sure. It was very cute total. It was like this big. I was just I was looking for crystals, and then I spotted its little shell. I took a few pictures and left it in peace. Didn't see the catfish though, so I don't know if, like, you know, he might not have been being aggressive. He might have just been around because, like, Loki just saw him and he's a bit like shy.
Traumatized.
Well, yeah, maybe after the one that attacked him. But yeah, you know, it was a big catfish.
Yeah, they get pretty large, those guys.
And, you know I joked about, you know, catching it and moving it, but I wouldn't really do that.
Yes, as I said, if you catch it, you have to eat it because they're very territorial.
Plus, like, it's got to be. I figure for one thing, it's probably something a little bit like snakes. You're going to move one out of the area and then you're just going to get another one back in anyway. But I also kind of think it's probably good for the creek. You know, you've got your whole little ecosystem going on and you don't want to go and take out a big chunk of it. I mean, the catfish eat all of, like, they're going to be helpful, aren't they? Are they?
Yeah, of course they are. They churn up filth out of the bottom when they're rooting around in the substrate, and they eat bugs and whatnot out of the water.
So, you know, I'm not very interested in upsetting stuff.
And, you know, if you pick one up and move it down the way a bit, then, you know, you might be impinging on a different catfish's territory and then causing that one problems, and then that one, whoever loses the battle between them, has to go and piss off to a different spot, and it might end up being the same spot you just moved the other one from anyway.
I don't think a catfish could get back up the creek to that spot.
Right.
But yeah, I'm just not really interested in messing with everything.
They are the Tandanus catfish have been recorded climbing up rocks and stuff in pretty auspicious ways. They're pretty crafty. They can get up river instead of just down river.
Yeah,
so yeah, I wouldn't be
against
surprised.
The flow and climbing up the rocks and stuff.
Sorry?
And against the flow and climbing up the rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I'm not gonna try and move the fish.
Just just get Loki to swim in tracky ducks or jeans or something instead of shorts, so his legs are safe. Safe-ish, safer-ish.
Look, the thing is, the reality is that the time that he got attacked by the catfish, and this is like, I've swum in creeks all my life and I have never had a problem. What I think is they're only aggressive when they've got that nest to protect, for a start. The rest of the time they don't come near you. And when they have got their nest to protect, I think that what they do is they come and they try and scare you away and they nudge you on stuff first before they start doing attacks.
Wasting their venom on you.
And that one, there was like a lot of people there on that day. Like there was quite a few. There was like 4 of us, and I think 2 other groups of people were there, and it was like a hot day. So I think when we arrived, other people were leaving the creek. And when I was swimming, I got a bump and I was like, oh, catfish bumping me. And then one of the kids was like, oh, they got bumped. And then some other guy was like, so this catfish was saying to everyone, fuck off. And everyone was still just swimming around in there. And then Loki
For
just
what?
happened to be the one who got spined.
Yeah,
For what?
he was the last straw.
Yeah.
For
So,
what? What are you doing?
I'm sneaking up on you in the middle of the night.
I'm under attack, guys. I'm under siege.
Your wife is coming in to tell you that we're going to pay $22
Possibly one of Gary Busey's worst movies ever.
because Clean Cold never got that shot. So that's
I
Yeah, I know.
was
2208.
going to say who's that, and then I realized
This
they
is too much.
probably don't care.
$208.
Like you'll answer me, but I'll be like,
Yeah, hold on.
He's an actor. An actor.
We can hear what I'm talking about.
He's got a son named Casey, and they look the same, and they're both as nutty as one another.
And it's only about $1,000. Maybe $200. We would save $1,000 to do it.
Yeah, that's certainly one thing I noticed about your turtle picture is how round it was, how perfectly round that shell was.
Insulation.
very
No.
perfect. I've always said these to go and get this turtle shell. I mean, like, I could get the turtle
We
shell, but
might
I'm
be
not
encountering the
gonna send it.
base charge to like come out. Right. That might be
I
what
believe it's a eastern sawshell turtle
$800
for those playing at home.
Right.
Oh, I just blew a spit bubble.
So small of a project.
Inadvertent.
It might be so small of a project.
Such courteousness. Bing, ka-ding, bing. Yeah. Yeah, they do the eastern sawshells cat, they do certainly stretch out to more of an oval shape as they get older. And they do also have quite a peak to their shell as well, which is I guess not really noticeable in the perfectly top-down photo of Sarah's. But yeah, quite round indeed. And yeah, the same species of turtle that I have in the creek beside my house. They used to be there in mega numbers because they used to get fed every day by humans. But yeah, not so much these days. Yeah, I heard he's a little bit nuts after his head accident. And, you know, probably nothing to do with excessive cocaine abuse in the 80s and 90s.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hi.
I'm back.
Yeah, I had to mute you because I didn't know if you were spouting. I heard you talking money numbers and stuff, so I didn't know if it was sensitive information, so I muted you just in case.
Oh, no. It was just like one of the bids we got for insulation was like $2,200. And I was doing the math on that bid, and I was going like, well, we could, if we do it ourselves, we could save significant off of that price. And it might just be that company because we haven't got any other bids to compare. And that company might just have like a base charge of coming out to the site. And that could be what we're running into because it's not a big insulation it's not a big project, but we might just be getting the like, well, it's $1,000 for us to drive
just
out
to
there.
turn up,
Right.
Yeah.
Which would be different if the guys were like right down the street or whatever. You know, there might be a local guy that's like, oh, I could just do that on the second half of a Tuesday, you know, or whatever. That's not me.
I mean, she said she went to get the turtle shell, but surely she hasn't already turned it into a musical instrument.
Apparently she has.
I'm sorry, do you know me? Of course I have.
I totally expected you to bring up a turtle shell and start blowing it then. That would be so awesome if you had a soundboard ready to go and you picked up a turtle shell and tapped the button and went.
Just acted like you were playing.
And playing the ocarina through a turtle.
Hi. Oh. This girl.
Fame whore.
And she like, hey, hey.
Puppy dogs.
I adore it.
All right. Well, speaking of responsibilities, I need to go to bed. I got to get up. I got to get up and carry heavy stuff, and hopefully don't get hit in the
Hit
head with a
yourself
board
in the
again.
head.
I'll try not to. I swear.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out.
All
Thanks
right.
for covering while all the noise was going on earlier too. That was
Well,
very
yeah.
handy to have someone to do that.
You know how it is. Sarah, always good to see you. Have fun in the creek.
Always will.
You can count on that. That's as certain as death and taxes.
That's
And
right. That's
Hilltop
right.
Woods rocking the mic.
All righty. I'll see you guys later.
All right, man. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Let's flip it back this way.
Good. I don't know if they're gonna make it back with that show before the end of this thing, but
Say that again. If they're going to make it back, right.
I'm hoping so. But you never know.
Now,
Oh, hang
how
on. Yeah.
okay.
Well,
No,
wait.
you're right. Hang
Hey
on.
guys, Loki.
G'day, Marin. I don't think everyone uses Discord. We've just got to get so much better organized at having things to show beforehand, organizing our stuff that we want to show. Well, essentially, the gist of what I'm saying is we need to be better organized instead of worrying about Discord. Sunfish for fish, hello. It's been a few weeks since we've seen you, I think. George is back. Everybody, George is back. Hold on to your wallets. George is back.
Hi, I don't have any more treats. That's it. I just was tricking you into staying.
G'day, Gaffer. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Stephen P. Did someone's stream just finish or something? Because all these people are just rolling in. Double M, triple I. Sorry, I forgot to say that bit. Now, what I was going to say prior was,
Tell me.
while you're feeling so talkative, can you hold down the fort while I go and wrestle the crocodile, please?
Sure.
I've been hanging on for a wee bit too long.
I'll try.
Weather's pretty decent here today, Gaffer. It's not so hot and it's nice and windy.
Wait.
Apparently there's a cyclone headed towards Auckland after the floods the other week, so we're probably getting a little bit of wind off that, I reckon. But after the what have we had, like 4 or 5 days on the trot of really hideous, humid, hot weather. It's been absolutely disgusting. But yeah, talking about the weather doesn't make my bladder any less empty. So let me go sort that out and I'll come back and we'll talk about the weather some more. Over to Scungy at the Not the Weather desk.
At the Not the Weather desk. I wonder, I think I did already try this, but like, I want to see, let's see, you can see that okay. I've got like some rocks. I haven't brought them all in here because the other day on Pam's I tried to show some and you couldn't really see them, but you can see that one. It's really pretty, but I don't know what it is. It might be jasper, but it's really green, so I don't know. And some of these guys that have got little crystals inside them. There's rocks. I'll make it focus. No, hush, just wait. I have a Suki dog because she wants to go with the kids to the creek. And she's not allowed. And I've got lots of bits of quartz like this that I'm gonna, I don't know. Hi, what are you doing? Do you know that I have a My Little Pony at my desk? And
Why would I know that? Like, why would I know that?
how could you possibly know? And he's called Dr. Hooves.
Doctor Who's. Well, the marketing team was on point that day.
They were, because look, I bought one.
Is he even wearing a stethoscope and a white coat? What kind of doctor wears a green tie? Only a PhD doctor. What the devil is that supposed to be? Is that like a suture, a band-aid that you put over a cut?
Like, you do understand it's a play on words for Doctor Who.
Yeah, I just still don't understand the band-aid.
It's not
And
a band.
Which Doctor Who wore a green tie? I don't watch Doctor Who. I don't like Doctor Who.
You don't like Doctor Who.
I tried to get into the couple of the recent series.
Quite
And
kind of you then to wear the t-shirt that I gave you.
What?
I said it was quite kind of you then to wear the t-shirt that I gave you. I do like Doctor Who, but I did my enthusiasm disappeared when they got the female doctor. And not because it was a female, but because a lot of things changed. They changed a lot of stuff about it, and I just didn't enjoy it anymore. But I've enjoyed it all my life up until then.
Yeah, Coro, I meant to tell you ages ago that my car ran out of warranty like 12 months ago, and now my sons do all the work on it. I don't need no extended warranty being done by useless, pathetic, hopeless technicians. I need people that are capable, so I rely on my own children. Oh,
my car needs some brakes.
Oh, I know a guy who can do that for you if you want to get it done one day.
Yeah, but I can't even afford a guy like that. So I just have to hope that
they don't fail when you need them.
Pretty much. Yeah.
He's whenever drawing goes back, if we plan in advance, you could, because he's generally home on Wednesdays, if we organise it in advance, we could get the parts that you need and get it done and get it sorted on a Wednesday when you start coming back to Mullumbimby again. Coro works. Where'd you pull that one from? You having a suck of the Sav, mate? Oh, we did suck of the Sav a few weeks ago, didn't we? We talked about that. Coro's remembering things. He's remembering Australianisms.
It always reminds me of this one morning after a party when I was probably about 12, but like all the adults had been having a party, and they were still up in the morning when I got up, and that was apparently the joke, and so they were all just saying,
rehashing it.
Yes. So it always just reminds me of that, you know. Well, they specifically were saying fair sucker the Sav Baz. And then they just were all saying it over and over again.
Baz was copping it.
He sure was.
I'm getting an echo through you all of a sudden.
Hmm.
No, I'm not now.
Okay. It's not just my dog's looking in the background because she is.
I don't know if she's perfected her impression of me quite yet. She's got a little bit of work to do on that one.
I don't know. She's pretty good.
I'm struggling to understand what that means, George, but it sounds offensive, so be careful. Huawei's on a mean streak tonight. He might beat you for comments like that, whatever it means. It sounds Indonesian. Lao, maybe. George, you definitely strike me as a man who's got a little bit of Lao in his back pocket. What was I going to say? Going into the toilet just then reminded me of, the crocodile pit reminded me of my incident the other night where my air conditioner started leaking water out of it onto the cupboard directly below it, which contained quite a large amount of electrical equipment and little mixers and musical equipment and stuff. Anyway, things that shouldn't be exposed to water. So I basically just did the old and swiped everything off the top of the cupboard onto the floor so they didn't get soaked in water. And in that light, don't forget to check your air conditioner filters, ladies and gentlemen, because that's the leading cause of water leaking out of your air conditioner. It's a public service announcement, I guess.
From the way my dog just acted, there might be a turtle shell arriving soon.
She smelt it wafting on the breeze.
No, well, I think she's just heard a boy arriving because she's been in here sooking that she can't go with them to the creek.
Yeah.
Even though we spent most of the day down there.
Well, that's good enough to make her want to go back, isn't it? Dogs, they got more stamina than humans.
Sure.
And also, I wanted to say as well that a few weeks ago, oh, crikey, it was a long time ago now, wasn't it, when I went and stayed at your house that night. And I came back home and I had a barbell earring in my ear without a back on it. And Sarah found the ball off the back. That was, how many weeks ago was that now? Like 4 or 5 weeks ago, 5 or 6 weeks ago. And I've not been, I still had the thing in my ear and then it fell out. And today, just this morning, I stepped on it on the ground and found it. Oh, g'day, Adele. How are you?
Is that what you're waiting to tell the viewers?
No, well, I was telling about the aircon thing. So I was saying clean your air conditioner filters. And then I said that was a PSA, a public service announcement. Yeah, Adele, that was my first point of call, was to check the outlet pipe of the aircon to make sure it was still dripping, and it was still dripping quite freely.
I know you have to wait.
And then the room that I live in is very, very, it's a very, very dusty place. G'day, Surf City. How are you? Welcome. A BSA. Yeah, well done. So, yeah, as soon as I could see that there was still the regular pattern of drips coming out of the outlet pipe, I knew it wasn't clogged there. But my goodness, in my room, those filters definitely get clogged up because it's so dusty. So, yeah, I just have to be a lot more diligent in checking my filters and cleaning them and stuff. And probably tidy up that corner, because it's like one of those little cupboards that I just put stuff on and then I just put stuff on it. And then for something different, I'll put some stuff on it and keep putting more stuff on it. So I just end up with this ridiculous pile of nonsense on the cupboard. Oh, Sombra's off to get his sleepy cod. Hope it doesn't eat your bristle nose, dude. Anyway, you'll find that out soon. Good luck. Send me some pictures when you get it homed and housed. Yeah, but I think I will. I'm going to rearrange that little corner a bit, and instead of being against the wall directly under the air conditioner, I'm going to move it to the wall beside the door and try and use that space a little bit more effectively. And fill that cupboard up with junk instead of piling the junk on top of it. That seems sensible and logical and stuff. But what to do with that small space that's going to be against the wall? Probably sensible just to leave it clear in case I do get slack on the air conditioner filters. Amateur, AAA. How far are you from Taree? An hour? An hour 20? I think that's what I guessed earlier in the show. Anyone who's watching, if you're already subscribed to my channel, go to Ozfish for Sale channel and subscribe to that. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, subscribe to my channel first and then go to the Ozfish for Sale channel and subscribe to that. Is that how you do those kind of promotions? It's really difficult. It still feels trash when I say them, but anyway. I'll sell out for the right amount of subscribers. I'll tell you what, though, this wind is really nice. It's making me feel like the laundry will be dry and that I'll be able to get it straight off the line and straight back where it belongs. 3.5 hours. Wait, and you're near Yamba or Coughs or something at AAA, aren't you? Yamba, I thought you said. Nice one, Craig. Hood's getting some subs. We're trying in the near future as well to get Hood, which is Joshua. He's another Joshua. It'd be fun to have two Joshuas on the stream at the same time, wouldn't it? That'd be something to aspire to. We'll try and get Josh on this stream as well, and this stream.
Go to the Josh fight?
Yes. I was actually, I don't know if Hood will come along with me on this one, but I was kind of disappointed at the outcome to that, because they all basically submitted and let some young kid win.
Yeah.
Instead of, pounding that kid into the mud and actually treating it as it was supposed to be treated, a battle to the death. If it was a real Josh battle, that kid would have drowned in the mud and a real successor would have taken place. I don't think it's not a good sign for Joshes everywhere, because it shows that there's a lot of Joshes out there who are willing to submit. No? Am I wrong in saying that? To me, it says Joshes are weak people, and I've got a Josh as a son, and he's not a weak person. Those bloody Joshes need to do it again, I think, and do it properly this time around. And little mate needs to defend his crown. If he's got to take weapons to the fight, let him do it.
Josh.
But do it right. Do it right, Joshes. Joshes around the world, do it right. You can't just yield on something like that. Adele, I guess, by making a comment like that, maybe that's wherein lies the comedy of what you've said. You don't feel the need to announce it, but by saying that, you're kind of announcing it. Or I don't know whether I should be chastising you and making fun of you, or going, "Ha, good one, I see what you did there." Craig's taken the, "Ha, I see what you did there" avenue. Right. Okay, good. I'm glad you clarified that. I'm glad to know that you're capable of such a level of comedy. I can't believe we're 2 hours in and there's still 23 people watching us. It's wild. I'm actually more surprised the numbers haven't gone up now that Corvus isn't here. Yeah, everyone should maybe send messages out to their friends that Corvus isn't here anymore. They might get some more viewers. Sorry, Corvus. You know what it's like. We make jokes. We make fun. He's not listening anymore. He's in bed. He's snoring already. Where did you go? What are you doing?
No, I'm just here.
What else is going on? What else have you been making? What else can you tell people?
Well, all of my t-shirts arrived, but I haven't pulled them out to draw on them yet.
Nice. At least
have
it's
a
good to know you've got them there.
Big box of t-shirts to draw on, and all of the t-shirts here, which I have already drawn on. I just got sent some pictures today from the kid from the other one. It's, of course, I did it on Pam's stream and not on here, but when I drew on that shirt. But his mum sent me today like a little series of shots of him in varying locations.
In the shirt. Nice.
So he's very happy with his shirt.
Clearly, if he's getting his mum to do a photo shoot with it, and his mum must like it as well, or she might like the fact that he likes it, to go out and do the shoots. I mean, it was a very nice one. I was surprised at how much I was taken to the pink on the white. Like, I'm not necessarily a pink guy, but that looked real.
The white ones. No, well, the pink and the bright colors look good. I've got growing up, I didn't like pink. I didn't want things that were pink. I didn't like the implications of pinkness at all. Plus, I may have mentioned before that I was quite convinced as a small girl that I was supposed to be, or would have been better off to have been born a boy. So I would have wanted to be, you know. But anyway, I have a couple of things. But for one thing, as an older person, I have noticed that
an older person. That's rich.
Why is it rich?
Keep going. Don't worry about me. I didn't know I said that out loud. You're like still just a bairn.
No, I'm not, though. I'm like verging on elderly. But it turns out that I think that because I'm kind of coloured pink, can suit my skin and colours that I like. Like I really like, shut up, some clothes that are like in these kind of particular kinds of oranges and yellows, and like I can't really wear them and stuff like that. So I've accepted pink in my clothing, and then I sort of turned around and then I like hot pink. I like hot pink, but I don't like it. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the context that I like it in. I like it quite specifically.
As a highlight, not a base.
No, I don't mind it. I just kind of like it. I like it because it's kind of dicky. And that's what I like about it. So I like it on things that are kind of in some way ostentatious. And I like it in combination with, you know, like skulls and dark bits and hot pinks. And I like it.
Juxtapositioning. Well, yeah, I mean, you've got those pictures that you used to have on your bedroom wall that were pink and scully and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I've got that series of 4, which I've been wanting to hang up, that I really like, that are like that. They've got the hot pink and the skulls and bits on them. Oh my God, this poor dog. And I just want to let her out. But he's not back yet with the shell. What is he doing? Go let her out?
Yeah, because that's annoying, that noise.
It's annoying, isn't it? What are you doing?
Either get out or shut up, dog.
Yeah. Well,
Know your role.
First, I want you to come here. I want you to come up here. Right up. Yes, very good. I want you to sit there. Look here. Oh, she's on the keyboard. We don't want that. Don't look me in the face. Stop. Sit. Good.
Yeah, you don't want it on your keyboard.
No. All right, now that you've done something that I want, you can go outside.
And stay out. She'll just do a lap and come in the other door, or she'll go and find the boys.
No, she will be down at the creek like in about. She will have bolted down there. So that's fine. Like he had time to get down and get it and come back up. I reckon he's decided to find it and not bring it back up until he comes back up later. But yeah, sorry. I just wanted her to get up on the chair because I didn't want her to be looking at me and then open the door for her. I wanted to like distract her into a different activity first and then let her out to make her think she didn't have any power over me at all.
I like your logic. It makes sense. It makes valid sense.
Yeah. And yeah, and what else? So I forget. I kind of feel like I am repeating myself a little bit when I say talking about going on PAMS because I've been going on PAMS more and not going on here, and I forget what I've said or shown because I have all of the jewelry, but again, like it's not the right place to show it on here. I made myself this necklace. It's very nice. Oh, I can't. My brain.
Left is right, right is left.
Yeah, but like even like knowing it and watching it go, and now I'm telling myself to correct it and just getting worse and worse. Anyway, I made the necklace.
I still do it. Watch me point to the right. Oh, I did it. Damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, watch me point to the left. Science.
Anyway.
But you don't have any of the other jewelry that you've made. You don't have that up somewhere for sale yet.
No, I don't. I'm gonna put it up on Etsy probably. But the thing is, so I keep taking the container with me down to the creek to take the pictures, and then I get down there, and then I get distracted for a few hours. And then when I go to take the pictures, I realize that I'm tired and I need to go home and I don't have any energy to give to photographing because so here's the thing, it's really fun to be down there, but it's also really uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable in the sense that once your shoes are off and you're walking in the creek, there's nowhere to just like stop and just be not in pain.
comfortable.
Maybe when you're floating in the water, you can if you go swimming. But like walking around, you're just constantly hobbling on the rocks and trying to like find somewhere, and like one foot's half here and half there. And like, so for a long time, the joy of being there is enough of a distraction from that for it not like, so it doesn't matter. But then there comes a point where it's like you're kind of just exhausted and you just need to be able to like stand on firm, solid ground and just like chill out and not be in a constant sort of state of that unsettled kind of pain. It's not like pain, but it's discomfort.
Discomfort, yeah. GRB's got a good idea. Get some of them reef booties.
Well, so I have a bid on eBay on a pair of Keen sandals. They're $5. I'm like, just like have all my fingers crossed that nobody wants to pay lots of more money for them. It's like the kind of sandals I've always had for my kids, and they're really good. And I was like, yeah, I will need those sandals. I mean, I like it, and I think it's good for you. And I heard that, so it's meant to be really good for you walking on uneven surfaces. And they reckon that, so people like in the city and people wearing shoes and then walking only on like flat concretey things, I can't remember, but it was talking about, so they were, some doctors were like recommending to people to get like mats in their home that have uneven surfaces, because your feet are meant to have to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was always a barefoot person for most of my life, especially I also, because I went barefoot for like all of my pregnancies, my feet got really, really wide. So like shoes that fit me before pregnancy couldn't ever fit me again because my foot had widened so much, because all your joints and everything like loosen up when you're pregnant. I walked around with my bare feet and my feet changed shape. But I love being barefoot. But yeah, it's a bit intense. So I think I would like to have some sandals. And it's nice. And the difference when I get back across the one bit and can put on my boots, and then I can go up the other bit wearing my boots, jumping from rock to rock, is just like, it's like a dream.
Sweet
so
relief.
nice. It's such a nice relief. But yeah.
Huawei, I'm not 100% convinced that Sarah has an Etsy yet. Do you have an Etsy link yet, or are you still in the process?
No. I had some stuff up in Etsy. Well, I sold a few bits of jewelry and quite a number of vulvas on Etsy.
Oh yeah, that's
but
right.
I don't have anything up in there at the moment. Was
it up under Scunge Princess?
No, I think it was like Moon Biter or something old.
Right.
I've been thinking about changing the name of it anyway. There's nothing in there at the moment. So when I get some stuff in there, I'll come on and I'll
we'll get it. So you.
Yeah. At the very least, then everyone can go and look at the necklaces and be able to see them properly. Because when I try and show them on here, you can't really see them. But so I've been making some like sort of two different kinds of necklaces, because some I'm making that are from crystals that I already have and stones that I bought a long time ago when I was making them before. But then I'm also wanting to do some with some found bits. I made I've made two that are quite nice with just rocks out of the creek. But, I like them. I think they're really nice. So I'm going to do that. And I plan to make some beads. But I have like all the inspiration and all the bajillion ideas and all the things that I want to do. And then, of course, I have to go to work. And on top of that, I also, I'm not always very well, even though, you know, I don't know. I hate it. But anyway, so I'm not always very well, and then I have to go work. But like my mind is like bubbling over with so much stuff that it
All the
wants
things to do.
so many things. I just want to do everything. And so I start like pulling together all the different bits and trying to achieve, because anything I do get done, every little piece that I make, every drawing that I do manage to do is something, and it feels good. And I like that, and I need that, because it can feel really I don't know, the words like overwhelming or frustrating aren't, but it's like I feel really stuck all the time when I have so much stuff I want to make and I'm not producing anything. And so the more I get out, it's almost like, you know, you're like, what's the word when you get like your abscess and you like flush out all of the pus?
Excoriation? No, that's when you clean out a wound, I think. G'day, Chappie. How's it going?
Oh. But yeah, that is that's what I feel like it is. Like I need to like release the poison, or I will be poisoned in my mind from not getting all the stuff out. And so I'm always like a little bit mad, like not cranky mad, but like wrong in the mind tank kind of mad.
Did you say wrong in the mind tank?
Sorry?
Did you say wrong in the mind tank? That's a shirt right there.
Yeah, I don't make it up though.
Oh, okay.
It
That's
was
like
from season
when
one
I
of the Mighty Bruce.
Oh, yeah, right.
Howard,
It's like every time I call someone mentally irregular, I feel a little bit iffy because I stole it from someone else. All right. Who needs to do? You need to do your drink first, don't you? Because you've already got your arms in up position.
And no, they're just on my hips, because my hips are far more generous than yours, and they make a really good resting place.
You're far more generous than mine. Yeah, I don't really have them, do I?
Mine are more generous than most, to be honest.
Buttocks. Right. Well, I'm going to disappear, and you're the new host of Have a Beverage.
So as the new host, I'll just continue elaborating on my generous hips. But actually, what I feel like I have is like a generous resting place, like kind of all the way around the body. And see, the thing is,
I've rested there before, I think.
Yeah. I think that there have been times in my life where I haven't felt like good about myself, maybe. I don't know. That might be the wrong way to explain it. But the thing is, I came to some point where I realized how weird it must be to have a different body to the body that you have. And that must be the case like for everybody. But I was like, it's so convenient having these good resting places built into my body. I like it. I think it's comfortable and handy, and I'm rather pleased after all, because you know, like I don't have to look at myself. I have to live in myself, and you know, I'm pretty all right to live in, except for the getting sick. But anyway, apart from that. But yeah, I used to draw cartoons of me and my best friend. Actually, we both kind of did, but different ones. I used to draw these particular ones. But I would always draw myself as a piece of fruit. Because I thought that was what shape I was, like a piece of fruit. But also in these drawings, there also used to be Kurt Cobain, and he used to come out as a lion. So there was like a lion and a piece of fruit, and then like a pretty lady. Yeah, but we also used to have this. So for one, few things. We did a few things, but we used to draw a Polyester Girl cartoon series to each other, where we would each write an episode of what was happening for Polyester Girl, which I don't know if all of the watchers are familiar with Regurgitator. And
I'm going to lean towards probably not.
But yeah, so we had that.
Check your messages, chappy. Once in a while, for goodness sakes. Like at least today, have a look at your messages, brother. Sorry, Scungy, I interrupted you there. I apologise for that. So careless of me.
That's okay. I'm just.
What was the general essence of your Polyester Girl comic strips?
Oh wow, she just used to get into all sorts of situations, and in the end, she would blow up. One I remember was like called. I think it was just called Hiding and Scaring. And so Polyester Girl went to a party, but she decided that what would be really fun would be like to hide in all of these places and like scare people. But then when she was hiding, she thought it was so funny that she was going to hide and scare all the people that she forgot to jump out and scare them. And she just giggled and laughed to herself in the hiding place.
Silly Polyester Girl.
I know. Yeah, that's one that comes particularly to mind when I think of them. I think it was one of my favorites.
Was there a story in the original song?
Well,
I mean, I know the song.
For flight in the airplane and makes her body burst. But you know, it's just like there's not much. There's not really. It's the.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the song, but I have no idea what the story is about.
And then there's the thing about that one time he took her out. I think that's about as far as the stories go.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we used to like Regurgitator, you know. Well, especially I always liked you know, what is it? I like that Two Plang album.
Yeah, that was probably their best work.
But then, when they brought out the Unit and it had that song on it, Unit, and have you listened to that song? And so we were like,
I'm familiar with that. Right? Oh, that's the name of a song, is it? Have you listened to that song?
No. I mean, it could be, knowing Regurgitator, that's the sort of thing that could become a song title for them. But yeah, because like at first I was a little bit.
Oh, hang on. We've all better have our hair out.
Oh Jesus!
Hair first.
Oh, all mine's in knot at the back because I tied it up when it was wet. Sorry for all those anti-smokers out there. Yeah, I smoke.
Oh, you know what?
You
I
back
don't
in
hear me
line,
pretty good?
mate,
I
Chappy.
quit smoking for Christmas. Well, a little bit after Christmas, but you know. Shh. But you know what I did get? I got
Not lung
CBD
cancer.
in a vape.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've still got CBD sitting in my fridge waiting for you to collect as well. That I
Oh, that
said
will
you
be
can
good.
have
I'll
ages
do
ago.
that. Because the thing with the vape is that it tastes disgusting. It doesn't taste like weed. It tastes like someone's old dinner, and with a fruity aftertaste.
Someone's old dinner with a fruity aftertaste.
Mm.
That's a
Oh.
pretty decent description.
What's happening, everybody? Can y'all hear me pretty good?
Perfectly, mate. How have you been?
Okay. Just working way too freaking much, man.
Are you in a
Story
beer?
of my life, bro.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm on standby pad with my equipment.
Say that again.
Wow.
That right there is a frac pump, and right there's a frac pump. Let me see.
Oh, it's raining.
Yeah, it's raining, so I had to roll up the windows, but I'm smoking because Blacky's a bad influence, a great influence.
You
Actually.
know,
I'll take either. I know I'm one or the other for many
Well,
people.
I'm apparently a bad smoker because I can't even keep my cigarette lit.
Yeah, me too. I'm having that problem today. I think it's because I'm talking too much.
Oh,
So you're smoking cigarettes in your car with your windows down. That's going to do wonders for your upholstery.
no, it's company vehicle.
Oh,
I
all
don't
right.
care.
Yeah. That's the equivalent of a rental, isn't it? The fastest vehicle on the planet.
That's not this.
well, I reckon it's even better than a rental because a rental they like, you know.
This is
Yeah,
just
they
a big
charge
old.
you if you fuck it up.
This is a big old truck.
Oh yeah, nice.
That's long.
Looks like a Dodge. Oh, good. I got a good chappy spit on the cam. Nice.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to clip that out later and put it in the
I hope
highlight
so.
of the stream.
Oh Jesus.
That might be the motivation for me to get back into best ofs. A good old big chappy spit. Oh, hang on. We're losing Chappy. We're losing him.
Uh-oh. Hey, I had better signal over there.
That's right, AAA. As long as I'm being influential, bad or good, it doesn't
That's
matter.
really fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if that worked out as well for everyone else as it did for me. Because
What happened?
like Chappy's internet's obviously like a bit slow. So I was just getting like flash, all these different phases.
Like Madonna's Vogue video.
Yeah.
But not Madonna now. Because she looks like a scary she looks like one of the creepy stories I do.
Yeah, she went too far. Too far.
What is she
My
doing?
hair's all knotted.
Yeah, she was doing good enough just doing exercise and maintaining fitness, but then she went and did plastic surgery. And
I don't really understand, like, because people who go to do plastic surgery must see other people who have had plastic surgery and realize that it doesn't make you look better, like it just makes you look scary.
yeah, I
But they still go through with it.
think people's
I'm gonna go a little
self-impressions-
deep with the answer, but
All right, let's go.
unfortunately, people like Madonna are probably scared of getting old because she was a pop icon when she was a teenager. And it unfortunately is a sickness in her head that causes her to think that for her to be relevant, she needs to look as young as possible while some doctors force feeding to her these lies, or someone is. You know, it could just be her self-conscious or it could be third party. But unfortunately, there's people like that. Get old. You look more distinguished. The whole point of aging is to look more graceful, right?
Well,
My hard hat.
I appreciate like older looks. I like the process of aging as well. But you know, I guess it's just like not having that ideal of that young is perfect, but rather it's just like a stage, because I can see like the beauty of youth, but along with that beauty is like, yeah, there's all these other things that are kind of missing in youth that come through when people get older. So older people are beautiful. I don't know.
Unfortunately, it's sad that people do those kind of things. But I mean, that's how it. Where the heck is my rubber band?
I just still think that you might want to look younger, but I'm just surprised that people don't realize that they won't look younger from that. Like that, it
the majority just look wrong.
you just look really wrong, and you still look old. You just don't look like nice, natural old. You just look
That's
like
right.
kind of like what is wrong with that face, kind of old.
All right. I might get a little choppy because I got to go in the main trailer here and find a wrench. And of course,
Find a
my battery's
wrench.
dying. Yeah.
If only old people would just stick to dyeing their hair a darker color instead of trying to mend their face. Oh, g'day, Marin.
Old people should not dye their hair a darker color. That's not nice either.
I mean,
That's what
I
I
mean,
reckon. I like it.
looks-
Like I like the look. I get excited. Like I've got like maybe I don't know. I found like a grey hair. I'm like,
you're dumped.
well, like that's like I don't know. I think it's all kind of beautiful. Well, I see people with little silver hairs all coming through. They're like, I don't know. I just think it looks beautiful.
Well, it's certainly better than the alternative, which is to have a face that looks like it's made of compressed rubber.
I just think, imagine if we could all just look like young and beautiful all the time. It sounds like a cliche, but like how fucking boring would that be? How fucking boring would it be if all the people were like looked what they think is perfect, nice, young, beautiful? Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, I think he did warn us that he was probably going to lose his signal as he moved closer to the back of his truck. But yeah, all these young kids that are doing their OnlyFans and all of this stuff now, they better cash in while it lasts and use their money wisely. Don't waste their money on plastic surgery, because no one wants to see a plastic surgeried up person and pay their hard-earned money for plastic surgery instead of hotness.
I mean, that wasn't the like takeaway I was going for, but sure.
Do you have a monkey, Blacky?
No, it was a kookaburra.
Oh, that's so funny though. I used to have birds, and my mother-in-law used to come over, and she was convinced there was a monkey in our trees, but it didn't sound like a kookaburra. It's a bird called a wombat.
Only Oscar's 30's not old. I turned 41 in February. I still don't feel old.
Well, you're not old at 41. You're still a wee child, as far as I'm concerned.
That's not how my body feels sometimes.
I'm gonna turn 40 this year when my birthday comes.
When's your
5
birthday?
months till you're 40. 5 months till you're 40. 5 months till you're 40.
Like, I don't know. It's just a number. I feel old, but like I feel old in terms of I don't know, different things, like looking at things differently. But I don't mean that negatively. It's just like realizing that I've been alive for a long time and that I'm no longer a part of that sort of culture. Like I've sort of like moved into this next sort of phase. It's, you sort of move through, so you're transitioning through. But yeah, I just sort of like can look at the young people and see how far away from them I am, which is not like negative. Like it's kind of beautiful. I don't know. I like it.
But now you get
better-
to see what the other side's like. When you were a kid, you're
Yeah.
like, I don't see how older people don't get us. And
Yeah.
now you're like, I do not get those little fuckers. They are so confusing.
Yeah. It's interesting because so my eldest son is 18 years old, and when he was younger, I remember thinking like I was like glad that I was young, Mum, and I was like I fully remember being young, and I remember being a teenager, and I remember how it all felt, and I'm getting to the point now because my youngest son's 11. I'm actually starting to feel that like I've got that more distance. Like it's harder. Like I remember it, but I remember it more like abstractly rather than
Yeah.
really really and presently. So yeah, I'm starting to notice that yes, I'm very much stepping away from that connection to that youth. And I'm glad I felt that way when one of my kids was young at least.
You've got to get all of the fun stuff out of your system before you turn 40, because it's all old people stuff after 40.
No, it's not. It just, the recovery time's a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's the truth. Preach!
But see,
I went
yeah.
on a couple of benders lately that, were like 3-day recoveries, 4-day recovery. One of them was. Whew. That's what happens when you get time to yourself.
I did not sniff anything on the weekend and have a really bad hangover the next 3 days. With some 21-year-olds that I was like, I'll teach you kids how to hang. That did not happen to me.
And did the 21-year-olds not learn their lesson?
The 41-year-old did not learn his lesson, supposedly, but I'm only 40, so I don't know if he learned his lesson.
Yeah, I still haven't learned my lessons.
Oh,
And I'm nearly 50. Oh,
it'd be like that.
Loud.
That's 50's a great freaking number, though, isn't it? It's half of 100. You're halfway there. How awesome is that?
Well, it's pretty meaningful to someone who enjoys cricket, because 50 is a meaningful number in the game of cricket. So yeah, that's how I'll equivocate it to normality, is by saying yeah, I'm half a century cricket wise when I turn 50, and then I'll turn to the side and go.
Hey, Blacky, you know how you're old? You used cricket as an example.
Yeah. Yep, that's not going to cut it on Instagram.
Oh, I don't know. You start making you get on the TikToks. You start making them TikTok videos, and I mean, all those young girls are all about older guys. No, they're not. No, they're not.
They're all about older guys making cricket references. That's what gets your views on TikTok. That's the way.
Oh man.
I'm gonna get rich.
So you're on the job, chappy, or you're on lunch break?
Yeah, I don't got anything going on.
At least you found your wrench or your ratchet, whatever it was you were chasing. Sounds like a ratchet.
Yeah, that's a ratchet. No, I was using my work buddy's wrench. I don't know where it went. I'm not gonna lie to him. They're unpacking a bunch of boxes in there. I told him as soon as he gets them all cleaned up, maybe he'll find his wrench. I don't know. Or I'm gonna spend a good hour looking for him.
Yeah, it's good that you use the prevaricator of maybe. It's a handy
Yeah.
word, isn't it? I
No,
might get it for you later.
I mean, you know.
You
No,
might
I say he
survive
might
the
find it. I didn't say I was going to help him find it. I already looked. I didn't see it.
night. Yeah, where'd you put it, bro? It's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's got your name on it, not mine.
That's right. That is right. How the hell has everybody been doing out there in the YouTube worlds? My y'all haven't seen my ass in a long time. I haven't even been able to get on Pam streams.
To be honest, I haven't seen your ass since you sent me those photos, which I still have kept to this day, and
I mean,
I enjoy
they're
quite a
good.
lot.
They're gonna be worth money eventually, I hope.
That's much better than mine, I must say. Mine doesn't exist. My lower back just becomes my upper legs. There's no ass there at all,
It's like a frog.
like a frog.
So whenever Blacky jumps, his butt hits the floor.
I don't have a butt. It can't hit the floor.
Oh.
It's either my lower back or my upper legs that hits the floor, one or the other. Sometimes I might get a perfect leap in and I'll hit both at once, but that's rare. That's very rare.
You get stuck to the floor. You just
Yeah, I've been stuck to the
I
floor
have a real
before.
vivid imagination, and I just imagined that it's like maybe a little bit humid, and the floor is humid, and he sticks real good. And
I used to be able to in the bathtub. I used to be able to lay on my back and create amazing suction with the small of my back, and like do these pelvic thrusts, and it would just make these awesome noises in the bathtub as a young kid. I was a fat young kid as well, so it was very interesting.
So like getting in the bathtub and putting just like a little bit of water and then like doing these big thumps where you like go right up close to one end and you like squat your legs down and then you kick yourself sliding back up and slide back. And I'm pretty sure I flooded the bathroom, but I don't like remember that part. I just remember how fun it was to slide back and forth in the bathtub.
Yeah, those were good times.
But also when I got out of the bath, I didn't like having to dry myself with a towel. So what I used to do is get the towel and then you hold like opposite corners of the towel and you spin it up. And then I made it into a skipping rope. And then I used to skip around the house in the nude until I was dry.
I think that's a valid method.
I mean, well, what happens when that barrier between you get dry and then start sweating?
Oh, good point. Yeah, quandary. Did you ever experience that, Scungy?
Skipping, I didn't. I can't say. Like, I think that when you're a kid, the things you
don't
pay
give a fuck about sweat.
are really different. Yeah. Like there were things I paid attention to more than I pay attention now, but there are lots of things.
That's an adjustable wrench.
We call them shifting spanners down here.
You call them wrong.
Shifter.
That is not right.
I beg to differ. Kiwi Mamo. The storm has just rolled in. Thunder and lightning, house shook with the thunder, rain, and hail as well. So, hang on, Kiwi. You're on the South Island, away from Auckland, and Joel G was saying earlier that the potential for cyclone was on the North Island, and you're getting the side effects of it as well. I mean, it's only fair if we're getting wind over here that's probably based off that cyclone.
Blacky, how far away are you?
From New Zealand.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Probably 2,500 kilometers, 1,500 miles roughly.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty far.
But yeah, there's Auckland in New Zealand had terrible floods a week ago, and now they're expecting a cyclone as well. But Kiwi Mamo is on the South Island. Is that
Coro?
I hope that's
Coro,
say that again?
That is not a crescent wrench. That is a snap-on adjustable
Definitely.
wrench. I paid way too much money to call it a crescent wrench.
Yeah, tell it like it is.
It's really sad. I just those damn tool trucks are the devil.
Oh, yeah, the ones that drive around to all the sites and hockey, they're bloody expensive tools, more expensive than you can get online and from direct from the manufacturer. Yeah, my son's an auto electrician, and he's constantly complaining about the tool guys that roll around in their trucks trying to hawk their terribly overpriced hardware.
The great thing is, you break those tools, they replace them for free.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
awesome.
Right, But yeah, how often are you going to break a terribly overpriced instrument, though?
I've tried. I try often.
Once you realize it's getting a little bit rusty and stuff, you take it out and put it in a vise or something and try and bend it until it snaps, just so you can get a replacement. But this is the way.
You hate the Snap-on guy. You can hate him while he drives around in his Ferrari.
Yeah, those dudes are making some bank.
I'm unfortunately gonna have to leave you folks. He's bitching about his wrench. I don't know. Maybe I'll give him one of mine if I can't find his. But yeah.
Well, it was awfully excellent to see you again, brother. I haven't seen you for yonks. We should do this more often.
We should. We should have a drunk stream one of these days.
Oh my God, that would be hilarious.
I'm off this coming up week. Today's my last day of work.
Oh, nice. Week off's got to feel good.
It's you spend the first day sleeping, but after that, it's a lot of drinking.
And running around your house with your underpants on your head naked.
Yeah, naked time.
That's how I spend my time off.
Yeah, I do naked time as much as I can. Out in the oil field if I can, but a lot of sharp, jagged bits to catch stuff on. That's the last time.
Cheers, bro. It was awesome to see you. May the rest of your week, i.e. the next couple of hours of your shift, go well.
Oh, yeah. It's 12:52. I get switched out at 5:30, then I drive 4 hours home.
4 hours. Yeah, I suppose 4 hours drive is worth it for a week off.
But wait, hang on. That's American hours. You got to convert it to kilometers.
It's like 17 hours Australian time.
And then you have minus 15 because you're on the south hemisphere.
Yeah, but then you've got to turn that up the other way, and it turns into a 5. The 2.
Yeah,
if you turn a 2 upside down, it becomes a 5.
That's a day and a half, I think. Actually, yeah.
Roughly, approximately. Don't.
Yeah.
Let's not get too many comments in
plus
the comments
or minus. Yeah, plus or minus a day or two.
Yeah.
Oh, Blacky.
Yes.
Sconge, I miss you guys.
Touch base, and let's try and tee something up in your time off, and we'll do something ridiculous and stupid and fun and stuff and naked. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Ooh, we were talking about that OnlyFans. We can start that.
My OnlyFans is going great guns. I'm getting so many new subs each week. It's ridiculous.
Oh well, lucky you.
That's where it's at. That's why the economy's struggling. Is so many of the youth are doing OnlyFans instead of getting a real friggin' job, and then that ties back to what we were talking about earlier. That it's only going to last so long before you're going to need plastic surgery, and then you're going to ruin your career anyway because no one wants to look at that stuff.
I mean, there's always lonely men.
Yeah, I suppose. As long as you price point yourself effectively, get in there at that $2 a month stage, and those desperate old men will pay the money for it.
Isn't that true?
I don't know.
Sounds good.
My OnlyFans is terribly expensive, so I only get the top tier viewers.
Why do you think I want to work all these hours?
So you can start a top tier OnlyFans.
So maybe? I can afford your damn fans, OnlyFans.
Yeah. You
But,
and everyone else in the chat.
That's right. Anyways, I love you guys. I miss you guys, and
Miss you too, dude. It was great to see you. Oh, I
Hell
didn't get
yeah.
that quite in frame. And yeah, let's tee something up. Monster. Oh, I heard a good
Oh,
joke
no,
about
but
Monster
look.
this morning.
it's hang on, let me.
Oh, look out. Aussie lemon. Nade. What? Oh, I'm going to have to Google that up and find out what constitutes an Aussie lemonade. It's probably more lemons and less sugar. That's what I'm going to guess.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, we like our sugar too. It's one of our main exports.
But thanks for having me, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. And
Anytime, dude. We'll see you when we're looking at you.
that's right. Bye, everybody.
Ta-ra. Well, that was nice. It's been a long time. Well, not a long time, but it's been a while since I've seen Chappie in the flesh. If that counts as in the flesh.
Yeah. I'm just realizing that I freaking have to go and cook dinner.
Me
I
too,
should've
yeah.
an hour ago, and I don't want to. What I would like is to cook no dinner. I happily won't eat dinner. That's fine. I can do that. Just as long as I don't have to cook it, and then just sit and chat or something.
I've conveniently organised it that I've got enough leftovers that I can reheat. Leftover, what is it? Cow and mushrooms, beef stroganoff for the elders, and I can have some more of the roast pork from last night. So yeah, my dinner won't take too long, but
I have to cook
it's the getting organised of the humans before dinner that I have to do.
curry.
You're going to have to say that again because I was talking over you.
I have to cook a curry. I have to cook a red salmon curry.
I'd probably rather that than
A red
leftovers.
curry with Atlantic salmon. That's the commitment that I've made that I have to follow through with.
Huawei says Aussie lemonade has thumbtacks in it. The secret ingredient is thumbtacks. I'm actually surprised that they even call them thumbtacks over there. I thought that was such an Australian word. I thought they'd have a different word for it over there. Freaking foreigners and stealing our words.
I mean, I prefer it. I don't like it when they use different words. Some of them annoy me, like diaper. Diaper annoys me so much.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
know there are just a few words like that because I think
Give us your
that
top five. Come on, give us your top five before we go.
no,
Top
no.
5 foreign words that you hate that we don't use over here. Come on.
Now, when I say foreign, what I mean is American.
Right.
And I didn't say foreign. But no, I'm not. I think what it is that we get a lot of American culture kind of shoved down our throats. And so there are just some words and
They're just
something.
too easily adopted by our culture.
It gets just frustrating sometimes. But it's weird, isn't it? Because it's just like a word.
Yeah, it's like when someone complains when you say fuck and you go, it's just a word. It's just a word, but still here we are complaining about even lesser words than swear words and stuff.
Yeah. Well, there you go. When I was a teenager, I used to tease my friend because he used to call a doona a duvet. And now I realize like so much of the world calls it a duvet, but when I'd like never heard it. So it's just like my isolated little life and the word that I've used. And so I'm trying to be less of that person who's like, oh, the word that I've heard is right and other people's word is not right. Because
Do you know what my do you know what my least favorite word for doona is?
duvet.
No, that's my second least favorite word for it. The other one is comforter.
Sure. I'm not a big fan of a comforter either.
No. So any of you people in the chat that are watching this now who call a doona a comforter, unsubscribe from my channel and don't come back here ever again. Or alternatively, start calling your comforter a doona instead, and then you're okay with me. And please be extra cautious about using the word comforter in my presence, because I don't like that word more. I don't like that word. Yeah, I don't like it more than duvet, because duvet is a French word. Let's be honest. It's a French word that other whitey nations have taken on because it sounds classy. It sounds fancy.
Yeah, but what's the first doona?
Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that. I nearly choked on my own thingy, head juice.
You're like frothing up over comforters.
Yeah. Don't bloody say comforter around me. Comforter. Now I'm starting to say it wrong. Maybe I'm just protecting myself.
You know what I really like saying? I really like saying ananyan, right? Because like if you're cooking, you need an onion from the fridge, and then I just keep saying to myself over and over again, an onion.
It sounds like a mantra.
An onion, because it's like the first two sounds like identical, and I just like I walk around the kitchen saying an onion over and over again. So I like saying that.
No, Coro. We're saying doona, doona, DOONA. Sometimes you add an H at the end.
This is what I'm thinking. Like doona is also a stupid word, right? Like to me, it's the real word and it's the word you use, but it's also a stupid word.
It is, but it makes sense. We know it.
Like
But comforter, that doesn't make sense.
What about warm thing? Because I could go for that. I could call it just like the warm thing.
G'day, Jace. Yeah, this channel now is 100% devoted to talking about the differences between the words we use for blankets around the world, and sometimes we'll venture into rugs and carpets and mats and things like that. But for the most part, we're talking about bed linen.
Are there any stupid words for rugs?
For rugs, yeah, toupee, hairpiece. They're all stupid. Stop doing it, people who wear hairpieces and toupees. I saw one in the shops the other day that was totally ridiculous because it got to a certain point on his neck and it was black. And then below it was all this stupid grey hair.
For sale at the shops.
What was for sale at the shop? Sorry, I was shouting over you.
Nothing. You meant you saw a person wearing.
Yeah.
But you were like, I saw one the other day at the shops, and I was thinking to myself, like, I've like never seen one at the shops. What shop were you at?
Yeah, Woolworths has a new section in their aisle just for hair pieces and toupees and whatnot.
That sounds a bit.
I just don't understand how dudes think that doing a comb over or wearing a wig on top of different coloured hair makes them look young. Oh, dudes, just shave your head and get over it.
Haven't you seen someone else with it out there? You've seen someone with it and realised like how fucked it is.
It's a real struggle too, I guess, because when you're looking in the mirror at yourself, you can only get so many angles, so you might not be able to see how stupid it looks on the hair on the neck.
Yeah, but I think that about myself and that my hair in the real world as well. It's really concerning to do your hair, and then you have to go out in the world and you're there all day realizing that you don't know if it looks shit. I don't know if I look terrible.
I think you just let everyone in on your secret that you wear a wig. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that.
It's it's a bit matted today.
Yeah, that's all right, because you can just take it off and put it through the washing machine with some fabric softener and it'll straighten itself out.
Surprisingly, you still have to brush wigs just like you have to brush real hair.
Yeah.
In fact,
most of them are made with real hair.
Real hair, yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know.
Coro coming through with her. Honestly, I just don't think there's a problem with wigs or hair pieces. Coro, are you willing to send me a selfie of you with your hairpiece on? So I can pick it apart.
I don't necessarily think. I think it's specifically that man who wears because it's the toupee is the problem. It's the I'm not a wig, because there are wigs and it's a wig, but it's whatever and it looks like it's like all hair and stuff, and that's like one. That's a style, but when it's like I'm just putting this tiny piece of a wig on my hair to hide my bald patch, and it doesn't match my hair in color or anything.
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to make reference to. The dude I saw the other day with a black one on, but he's still got ginger hair poking out the back of his neck underneath the toupee, and it's like, fuck, dude, why even bother? Just shave it off and be done.
Yeah, and I have no problem with someone wearing a hairpiece or a thing because they're like, hey, this is a style and a thing that how I want to look. Yay. What I think, and this might be being really insensitive of me, but
that's all right. I've been very, very insensitive up till now, so we can.
But I think it comes from my own perspective, and I understand not everybody maybe feels this way. But I think that all of our ugly bits and our bits that are wrong, I'm pretty sure I'm freaking going bald. I'm not I don't know. I think everyone has ugly things. I think I have a lot of ugly things that I could want to hide in the world. But I think getting caught up in that is we need to not do that and go out trying to pretend, oh no, I'm not, I'm really like this. It's like, no, you know what? You're losing your hair. Fuck, let's just all lose our hair and let's be fat and have generous hips and fucked skin and things, and let's just we're all going grey and wrinkly and have missing teeth and saggy eye bits, and
it's a solid callback to earlier in the stream, isn't it, when we were saying just age gracefully, embrace your grey hair.
I'm if you've got some weird ugly thing or some problem with your body, I just feel just be that, because there's something strong and beautiful about just being it. You're losing it, just go with it, whatever it is that you've got. Just be you, because sure, there are young beautiful people, they're they do exist, but most people are fucked in some way or another. We're all fucked. Just be your fucked self. Don't think cover it up and pretend and hope that everyone doesn't notice that really you have this flaw. I
think the general takeaway is that those young beautiful people generally turn out to be the really messed up middle-aged people, because they've been so obsessed with being beautiful through their 20s. But once they get to middle age, they don't have the coping mechanisms because they've just had everything fawned upon them and stuff for their
I
youth.
don't know about that, but I do know a friend I was talking to, and she was talking about getting older and having a crisis because she only at that point realized that being a beautiful person had just been such a part of her identity and her experience that it became this huge grieving process to become older, to be, in her mid 40s and realizing that she was losing that. So who was she?
Mm.
And it was, and it's interesting because I had this talk. Well, I had that conversation, and that's like, whatever crisis that is. But I was then talking to my mum, who's always been someone like my mum. I think it really affected me when I was a child, and it's turned me into someone who doesn't care. And that thing about embracing growing old gracefully, because I remember my mum from a really young age standing in front of the mirror and like, have I got wrinkles? And I've like stressing, and like to me, I was just like, I don't know, like who cares? Like I didn't care, and she was so obsessed by it. But I was talking to her and I was saying it actually feels really liberating for me, realizing that like I never felt like a beautiful person. So I never felt like I had anything to lose, To get old.
Humans,
like, nothing to lose.
Embrace it. Embrace your bloody flaws, people.
Yeah. Do it.
People try and cover up their flaws and hide their flaws, and then that's just going to come back and bite in the bum in the end.
Yeah. But, if you're beautiful, just be beautiful too. It's all...
Yeah, be beautiful while it lasts, Start your OnlyFans and love it, but don't fuck yourself up 12 years later with plastic surgery and stupid shit.
Or don't just
save your money. Save your OnlyFans money up. Don't waste it on cocaine and all that other stupid fast cars and stuff. Buy a house with your OnlyFans money. All right, let's go. Let's leave this joint. I've been ding-donged and I need to do a wee before I go and respond to the ding-dong. So let me go through thanking people. Replay Team 6. If you've made it this far, already you're a lunatic. It's 3 hours plus. And you're a legend. Don't forget to let us know in the comments that you're part of Replay Team 6, because we want to build this team up. We want to build this team up so we can take it to the Super Bowl of Replay teams. And Replay Team 6, we want it to be number 1, but still remain Replay Team 6. Huawei, GRB, thank you for your modding stuff, and everybody else who's been watching. And I'm not sure if there's someone who's been here from the start to right now, but you also qualify to Replay Team 6's lunatic status. Well done, you, if you've been here. But yeah, why do I want Chappie to unsubscribe? What have I done? Thanks everyone for watching and hanging out. We'll take leave now, and we'll potentially,
as he calls it, a comforter.
You what? Yes, right. Chappie, if it is about your comforter, I would like you to, when you get home, take your comforter into your backyard and douse it in lighter fuel and set it on fire, and then go and buy a doona. It's the logical step.
Then where will he get his comfort from?
He'll get it from his new doona that he goes and buys. Simples. All right, everyone. Take care. Thank you very much. Appreciate, loves, and all of that stuffs, all of yous alls. And if you want to see extra doses of me and Scungy, we do appear on Punchy Paints' Saturday night streams, US times. We appear on her art streams sometimes when they're on. We generally pop up there if we can. Come and check us out there. We talk the same sort of nonsense and shit there. We meander it in between the sensible things that they talk about there.
I usually don't talk very much.
Well, you're an artist, so generally on an art stream, the artists are quite busy with their hands and stuff, and that's why me and Bob are there, is to talk to the chat while you artists do your stuff. Sterlo, don't start that nonsense. That's how this whole conversation started. Doona does not equal duvet. Duvet is not allowed. And we'll leave you on that note, ladies and gentlemen. Duvet is not allowed.